Wendy, man. The Wendy Williams Experience.
And now we're pleased to bring you our feature presentation.
What your ears are about to witness the greatest queen of all time. Okay, party people in the house.
Turn it up, yo. Turn it up. This is it. Allow me to reintroduce this representing
From west to east. Just better get it right. Y'all know the name. Wendy Williams.
Been in this game for a while.
I hate the brag.
Ain't nobody
It is phenomenal.
Like the queen.
Right here.
who the world is so much stronger.
From yo block to yo block, heard of the number one female. Been doing this for years.
Every barbershop, beauty salon.
Who the world is so much
Again and again.
Wendy Williams.
Bringing your name up. A lot of you haters scared to death.
She at it again.
Wendy Williams.
She in it to win.
Wendy Williams.
She back and she staying.
Wendy Williams.
The ain't playing. I like that. The winner of the Gangsters of the Year award.
Once again.
Introducing the queen.
Oh, I barely want to talk. I don't have my Lysol. Shay, yeah, can you give me my Lysol? Microphone stank. Woo! Hey, you guys, welcome to the Wendy Williams Experience. We got a great show planned for you today. During Advice Hour, you know I love my list. So with Valentine's Day right around the corner, I have a list of 8 things you never do on Valentine's Day, number 1. And then I've got some suggestions on how you can get a date before Valentine's Day if it's a big deal to you. Personally speaking, it's only one stinking day. Also, there's more to the story with Snoop Dogg's rape case, and we'll talk about that. And who watches Trading Spaces on TLC? Okay, so you're familiar with Paige Davis? Scandal. We'll talk. And shout out to Irv Gotti. I'll be talking about you today also. Keep it here, everybody. It is what it is. It's the Wendy Williams Experience. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great honor and distinction that I introduce to you the queen of all media, Wendy Williams.
Hey, everybody. All right. This is my new song right here. This far outweighs everything else I'm listening to, you know, driving around and stuff. I don't keep music in the house. I never have. Like, I got a little boom box that plays CDs and cassettes just in case I have to listen to something for the purpose of work. And believe me, I stand there at my desk in the office. I have to take tons of paper off that just to see the boombox and press play, and then that's it. Wow.
I like your hair. Looks big today.
It's extra teased in the roots.
I like it. I like that look.
The bigger the hair, the smaller the hips. So anyway, where were they going with this? Oh, that this is my song. That's all. Okay. The entire New York City is buzzing because, you know, it's Fashion Week here. Everybody is talking about this Jennifer Lopez fashion show. And it sickens me that I won't be able to go tomorrow because I start my vacation tomorrow. But the best of shows are going to be great. Don't worry. We are handling our business here on the show. But I need a vacation bad. In the meantime, when I accepted the invitation to Jen's fashion show, remember when Andy Hilfiger called, I put him on the radio. I didn't realize that, you know, I wasn't going to be here. So I'm all upset because I didn't realize, again, until Monday, oh my gosh, I'm going to miss the J-Lo fashion show. But they're saying that this is like the hardest invitation to get in the entire New York. And it's sure to draw huge celebrity, you know, following and whatnot. A lot of the people in the room aren't going to be bona fide supporters of Jennifer Lopez, though. You know, some people just want to be there to be seen or gawk or whatever. You know, I'd be bona fide with mine. Now that makes a difference. I mean, you know, I'll still have people sitting in my place, you know, to get the pictures and, you know, the microphone. The microphone is very important. I was like, nobody's using my tickets if you're not going to be working. You know, so you take the microphone and the recorder and you get what you can. And you make sure that my Jen knows that you're repping my show. And then you get up in her face. And so, you know, that's going to be handled. That's going to be done. And front row seats. So I feel extremely privileged to have gotten a ticket. They're calling it, here's the quote, the hardest invitation to nab. She's given me a showroom whirl when I get back from vacation, though. I can't wait to, I've already sent over my sizes and stuff like that. I want to see what's all doing there. So listen to this. Shout out to John Murray. He's one of my brothers in the name of gossip. He happens to be, as a matter of fact, one of the only brothers, like a black man, who actually does it on a credible level. John, you've seen him before on E! and you know, VH1 and whatnot. And I like him. I happen to like him a lot. Hi, John. So John has a blind item. I'm going to read it to you, but I think that I am the blind item, you guys. Which, not for nothing, I'll take it. Sources say a certain A-list Hollywood actress, and I'm thinking Jada Pinkett Smith. Just follow the story. Sources say a certain A-list Hollywood actress is trying to lobby other celebrities behind her cause, to have a syndicated radio shock jock canned from a Los Angeles radio station. Sources say that the actress is upset about a disparaging story the radio personality reported about said actress's husband, and now she wants other Tinseltown types to rally behind her to have the jock thrown off the air. Isn't that me? Isn't that Jada? Are we talking about that? Or if it's not Jada, well, I'm trying to think who else is A-list. Shout out to my radio station in Los Angeles, KKBT. Come on, y'all. Don't flinch. Welcome to the Wendy Williams experience. Welcome to my world. I'm so glad that you guys have embraced me there at the radio station. Shout out to all the big bosses. Shout out to everybody from whoever cleans up the station right to whoever writes the checks and everybody in between. All my fellow jocks. Hey, Spinderella. Don't flinch, you all. Don't flinch. Just ride with the experience. We got listeners out there in Los Angeles. KKBT. The Beat. Caught you listening, Jada.
Ow.
Hey, Will.
Ow.
All right.
How you doing?
Now stop. Enough. I'm the blind item. Mark got this in Teaneck and says, Wendy, this sounds like they're talking about you. I bet you pissed some people off in L.A. Is this you? If so, what story are they talking about? I have no idea. I mean, you know, it is what it is. They tell me there's nothing like this out in Los Angeles. I mean, I know that they have Seacrest and, you know, the Fat Boy Show and Big Boy. I'm sorry. You know, like that. But those people are so Hollywood friendly, like everybody wants to be in movies, so nobody is just serving the people. How does Star say the listener will not be denied?
Oh.
By the way, Star, I heard your shout out to me this morning. I was just getting out of the shower. Hey. But you know what I'm saying? But in order to like go full force, you kind of have to separate yourself from the celebrities, yet embracing them at the same time. Because I got to tell you something. Oh, yeah. You know what? Bring our guest in for the next break. Our guest is a little late. I really wanted to have her for this break. You guys, I got a little something for you. I think you're going to love it. Oh. But, you know, it's like I ran into Irv Gotti last night at a party. Do you know what we did? We hugged. I said, it is what it is. I'm sorry to hear about what's going on. He proceeded to tell me with a I'm not mad at you grin. My parents didn't have a fit. My mother, remember I said, oh my God, you put your mother's house up for the bail money, and I'm going through it over the radio and everything. Apparently, Irv was, caught you listening. Irv was listening that day, and he said no. He had a regular conversation with his parents and all like that. He says that he really is eager to get up here and talk with us. Yeah, but he knows how we are here on the show, and that he doesn't want to come up here and answer questions in a half-ass way. So, and I got to tell you something, and I'll put my neck out for this. I bet you Irv Gotti would give us the interview before Puffy will. Now, how long have we been going on about Puffy? I've written that off, by the way. I mean, Puff, congratulations on, the Pepsi ad and all that you're doing. And it is what it is, me and you. But Irv,
Yeah.
that was my second time seeing him going through all this tumultuousness and whatnot. The first time was at, I told you I was at a big dinner honoring my boss, my Philly crime boss, Thea. Oh, yeah. And Irv was there. I didn't know you were kind of a greeting to expect, so I just kind of avoided the situation. And then, somebody flagged me over, and I went over, and it was all, I was like, oh, okay. Because you never know how people are going to feel. There's some people who get it, like Vanessa when she was here yesterday and she was talking, and then other people who just don't. And they want to stage rallies like Jada and Dem. If this is Jada, but, A-list celebrity, syndicated shock. I hate that part. Jock. That would be me. Holding down my spot at the beat in Los Angeles.
All right.
Anyway, I got something for you guys, and I just don't even want to. I can't even. Okay, I can tell you this much. I have in the office right now, in the pink room, a stylist of an A-list music act who I ran into at Dame Dash and Patricia Fields. They had I went to a Fashion Week soiree last night, something I very rarely, I hardly ever, I'm about my business, man. And it's, if there's no, so I figured maybe there's some business that can be done here. And sure enough, I saw Irv. That was good business. And then on my way out, because I don't stay, until like the gangsta hour, at things like that. I went, had a couple of glasses. I drank white wine last night.
No, you didn't.
Oh my God, I was so turned off. White wine. And then they eventually came around with the champagne, and I was like, great,
there you go.
Great.
Yeah.
And then I went off to the comedy experience, because I had my own thing going on last night. So on my way out of the door, I meet this woman and her friend, and they're here from out of town, but they knew who I was. And she, that's who I need to talk to. Yeah. I got so many stories for you. And she runs down her credentials and stuff like that. And she's like, up until a few months ago, she runs down her story. She's like, boy, do I have to talk to you? So I'm like, well, all right, well, let me go on about the rest of my night. And I really didn't think much about it. I took her number in my phone. And when I woke up this morning, I just called Art, and I said, Art, let's get with the booking department of the show and call her up and give her a little mini interview over the phone. And she has something to say. Let's catch her before she gets on her plane to leave town, because she's in town for Fashion Week, Well, she's got a story to tell, and she's in the pink room right now, and she's going to come in the next break and tell it. So if you want to know celebrity from a fashion stylist point of view, and by the way, this is an A-list artist.
Oh my gosh.
Make sure that you're here. Thank you.
Wendy, man.
Ex-boyfriend, he wants to fight me.
How old is everybody?
I'm 43. She's 38. And he's 40.
The Wendy Williams Experience.
107.5 WBLS with today's R&B and Classic Soul and the Wendy Williams Experience. It's 2:30 in the big city. Shout out to everybody listening and working. Kanita, I see you. Shout out to everybody uptown and midtown, downtown, everybody out on Long Island. Have a great, great day, or rest of the day anyway. Listen, don't miss College Hill. Comes on TV tonight at 9 o'clock. So you check out what's going on in College Hill. And then tomorrow on The Experience, we're going to have your chance to pick up a College Hill gift pack. But there's a quiz question about tonight's episode. So you have to watch and then tomorrow listen, okay? All right, good. It's poetry tonight at Taste in Bloomfield. Shout out to DJ Pill. Fashion Week is still going on. I know ISO Life is having their fashion show tonight at the Coral Room. BET Styles will be filming there. I walked the red carpet last night at Dame Dash and Patricia Field's fashion show, which I avoided. I don't know why. I always feel weird on that side of the red carpet. You know, like I like the side where you have the microphone and you're ambushing people. You know what I mean? The walking side I'm not too in love with. So I escaped through the side door and was on my way in. And then somebody said to me, the girl who was ushering us in, she said, well, Wendy, yeah, come out here and walk the red carpet. So I was like, oh, crap. Okay. So I got out there and the girl asked me, so what do you think about the clothes tonight? You know, who are you here to see? And I said, well, you know, I like the Rockaware clothing. I said, I have a couple of pieces, you know, like Saturday stuff. I said, but they make it, I mean, I didn't say this part, but they make it a little small. It's cut a little too small, so I'm not big on Rockaware for myself. I mean, my husband, my kid wears it. I said, I'm really here for Patricia Fields. But I didn't say Patricia Fields, I said Betsy Johnson. Don't you get them mixed up yourself sometimes? All right, so I'm not wrong. And I think I said it wrong. That was BET microphone that was in my face. And they had a camera. So right there, I'm like, you know, no, I wasn't drinking, nothing like that. It's just that, you know, I was still overwhelmed that, damn, I'm standing on this side of the red carpet. When I first got up to the young lady who was holding the microphone, I reached my hand up. If they ever show the piece on BET, you'll see me reach my hand up like to grab the mic from her. Because I'm so used to holding it. It was like subconscious. You know, grab the mic and take over. Yeah. Anyway, the ISO Life fashion show, I say all that to say, is tonight at the Coral Room. All right. Don't forget, Vaughn Harper comes up at 7 o'clock with The Quiet Storm, and we're going to play a few more of everything and then come back with our special guest from the Pink Room right here on the Wendy Williams Experience with today's R&B, classic soul, and whatnot. It's 107.5 WBLS.
Wendy Williams rocking your station, dropping hits across the whole nation. Wendy Williams rocking your afternoon.
What's going on? America, there is a need for alarm.
For Wendy Williams Experience.
Hey, everybody, it's the Wendy Williams Experience. And here comes our guest, who you were pointed out to me by somebody else. And I stood in your area to just see if maybe I could get you. And so that's how I ended up getting with Tameka last night at Dame Dash and Patricia Field's fashion show.
Definitely.
So, and that's your girlfriend from last night. Big mouth girlfriend.
Yes.
She's talking all loud.
Right.
It's very nice to have you here in the studio. Tameka, everybody, is from Atlanta. She's currently styling Sierra. She's been...
No.
You're not current, but you styled her?
Yes.
Well, that's current because she's only been out for about a minute.
For 2 days, right?
Yeah. She's a friend to the show, though. We like you, Sierra. And you've styled Toni Braxton, but you spent 4 years styling Usher.
Definitely. Usher, definitely.
Now... because you have to get to a plane, that's why we have to do this earlier, everybody. It's not during the hour of truth. All right, let's just get right to the questions. How is Usher's relationship with his mother? Because I've often heard that it's...
Wait, Wendy.
Huh?
How am I his stylist and you're asking me his relationship? Let's talk about...
What, Usher?
Styling him a little. Okay,
well, I'm assuming that Usher's mother's around all the time. You know what, I mean, do you know what I'm saying?
True.
And I've heard that Usher... is less than polite in that situation. I've heard allegedly, you know, and money does that a lot of times to kids, and you know.
And you know what? Most rumors are spread by music and record company people, and like it's bad because Usher and his mother have a very unique... He loves her mother. Like, he takes his mother to every award show.
Yeah.
Like, that's his date many times.
Yeah.
He loves his mother. He respects his mother, but they have two... It's almost like a split personality relationship. She's his manager.
Yeah.
So when they're talking about management, business, numbers, times, dates, appearances, then he's kind of like, look, Janetta, da-da-da-da-da.
Right.
But that's mommy. He kisses on her like, mommy, like he loves her.
Right,
it's
right.
not... So the disrespectful thing is to me, that's like a rumor. That's not true. He respects her and he loves her like she's first on
so
his list,
does
everything.
Usher wear underwear on a regular basis?
Oh.
See, there you go. Yes.
No, I'm asking you questions.
Wow, that's not...
That has to do with styling, right? What is it about styling?
That's funny. Yes, he wears underwear. Yes, definitely.
Okay, so
you've seen them in videos, Calvin Klein and Thomas Pink.
I'm talking about besides that, because when he's showing, perhaps he's trying to get an endorsement, but when he's not showing,
they're pushed down.
Yes,
they're there.
Gotcha.
They're there.
Okay,
they're there. I'm sorry, Usher. I mean, I know that's the.
Have you ever met Superhead?
I've never met Superhead. That's another crazy rumor. Like, I don't see him affiliating with a Superhead, but. Oh, it's true.
Okay, wait, just excuse me for one moment.
Uh-oh.
No, Art's going to take you out. Just excuse me for one moment. I just wanted to talk to the audience.
Okay.
Okay. Hurry up, Art. This is a 2-minute show. Get her bag, please. Thank you. Okay. You know what? That's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
Go, Star. Tell her thank you, but no thank you. That is not the way we met last night. Now I'm gonna lay it down. Go. Tell Art what I just said, and Art, you can come back in. Star will take over.
Can you believe this?
No, I can. Because you know what? Sometimes when you're in the party and the booze is flowing and the lights are going, people often act overzealous about things. You see, when I go to industry functions, I will never get drinky to the point that I'm not remembering. Because when I do, like industry stuff, like I'll drinky on my own time, of which I consider like my comedy night over at the Laugh Factory and stuff. That's my night. That's my time. You all see me lit. I'm at a Dons and Divas extravaganza, honey. I am floating above the party. But if you're going to see me, like, say, check 1 2 1 2. You turned off my mic?
No, that's hers.
No,
your mic's fine.
My mic is not on.
It should be. All the mics are on.
1 2. Why am I not hearing myself?
They jumped out again.
All right. But when I am why is she just standing there dwelling? Taryn, execute. Tell Star to come back in here, and you do what Star can't. Oh. Well, Star's new. She doesn't really understand. Taryn is the queen of the intern. She survived the big cut. She understands exactly what we need done. Boy, I need some money to execute paying that girl or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I'm going to be real with you. Just close the door behind, please. And look, put this over. Do you have tape over there?
No, but I can get you some.
All right. Well, never mind with walking in and out. Look.
Just stand by the door.
Yeah, just stand by the door. There's nobody that needs to come back in here. So listen, right? Last night, and I was invited, and thank you very much, Dame, Patricia Fields, whoever invited, Sarah, who was very hospitable at the party and whatnot. So I said, let me go. Wednesday night, I'm normally out anyway. So it's, it was an early party. It was from 9 to midnight. So I said, all right, well, let me go. I'll get there a bit early, and then I'll still be able to go and see my people over at the Laugh Factory, and I'll explain to them, I was on assignment, because I always consider parties like that on assignment, And although I drink socially at parties like that, I never drink to swervation, because I'm always feeling like, this is about business for me. I am not here to have a good time. I mean, I can think, it's a fun party, but, I can think of other things to do to have a good time. But, I'm here to, see if I see Irv, and not just see him, but go up and say, what's really good? Like, we saw each other. What's up, Gotti? You know what I mean? Yeah. So this chick, right? On my way out, she and her friend, Tameka's friend, I called her the big mouth friend because she really was big mouth. And she was like, I'll tell it. And Tameka was like, Wendy? And I never met Tameka before, the stylist. And, nothing against her, but I don't have time for the back and forth. Don't sit and ridicule me. I didn't know you from a can of paint. You recognized me at the party. I had my coat on. I was about to leave the party, damn near 5 steps out the door. And you pulled me aside and said, take my number. I'm in town. I need to talk about Asha. Oh. You know what I mean? I was in my right mind. I told you they had wine, and I'm not a whiner. Well, Not in the sense of drinking it. And I had one glass of champagne because I knew I had my apple martini sitting over in my appointed seat over at the Laugh Factory. You know, I had more party to do. So on my way out, she put, wow, Asha, 4 years. I could tell it like it is. So I said, all right. I said, and I didn't have a pen or paper. I said, give me your number. Threw the number in my book and called Artie this morning and said, Art, you know, get in touch with booking, you know, for the show and, you know, give her a little pre-interview, see if we have something here. If we do, invite her in on the show today before she flies back to the ATL. Everything seemed good. She was giving it up like she wanted to tell whatever story, you know, like she was going to come in here and say Usher's gay or whatever she was going to say. You know what I mean? Yeah. Usher, you know, leaves doo-doo stains in his borrowed clothes. You know, he treats his mother like... I mean, she was... And her friend was co-signing. Whatever you don't want to tell, girl, I'll tell it. I'm like, well, we got 2 extra mics in the phone and millions of people who will be listening. So, you know, invite them in today. So now here they are. You just heard what I just struggled with. First, they were late, but that's okay. You know, because I figured if it was good, you know, we'll compensate.
Trying to get blood out of a turnout.
Yeah, no, I don't have the patience for that. All right, Advice Hour coming up next. Keep it here.
Wendy, man.
So I called you like 3 weeks ago about me and my boy had a threesome and how he touched my butt. He came to me saying that he really want to have sex with me.
Well, you should have known that when he touched your butt.
The Wendy Williams Experience. Everybody needs some.
Should I leave? Like, is that selfish to my son?
Come get some.
Let me tell you, Wendy, it's really a trouble with a dude.
Advice out.
I'm having a problem with my fiance and his family.
I was in a relationship with this girl for like 18 months. She told me the relationship meant nothing.
Always drama.
Call Wendy right now. 1-866-GET-WENDY. Fax Wendy at 866-WENDY-FAX.
Wendy, can you give me advice on plastic surgery?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of show is this anyway? Different. How different?
Impactful. Cutting edge.
Let's take this form, this very American tradition of entertainment into the 21st century, the new millennium. Okay, no. What's the name of the show? The Experience. I really like this. You know how I know? I'm getting a boner.
Have you lost your mind? Do you know how much mail we will get?
There's no such thing as bad publicity.
The content of the show, it's just politically incorrect.
Exactly. Who are the characters? You got characters involved?
We have 3-dimensional characters.
What do you got?
How about Pocono Dave?
Oh, here we go, dealing with these Negroes again.
Artie, life of the party.
Your eyes are closed, a mouth is a mouth, a toe is a toe, and a booty is a booty.
This is gonna be crazy. We're gonna hit it with the bomb diggity on this one. No, we're gonna get to star in the show because we need a star to carry the show.
The queen of all media, Wendy Williams. Folks will be outraged.
The Wendy Williams Experience. Yo, did you catch this flashback?
Art got the laser surgery, and now he's walking around with his only Stevie Wonder Ray Charles glasses on right now. Yet Dave, the cornball that he is, with his tight sweater, Dave says, "Yeah, I gotta call the doctor and get another pair of those glasses." I said, "Why? Do you need them beyond the surgery?" He said, "No, but I like the way they look." Now, these are medical glasses, and Dave trying to sport them like a pair of Gucci frames.
This is it right here.
Miss a day, miss a whole lot.
Coming through your speakers, boy.
It's Wendy, man.
Alrighty then. It's the Wendy Williams Experience, and it's Advice Hour. Hello.
Hello, Wendy.
Hi.
Hi. I wanted to know now, did your eye pop go away once you got your thyroid under control? Or
no, the eye pop part of it is like they call it Graves' disease. I never really got a handle on whether I actually have Graves' disease or not, but my eye pop did not go away. However, I do have to say, since I've been Botoxing, it has subsided quite a bit. I have a lot of control over my eyes now since I've been Botoxing. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye. Yeah, it's just something you're going to have to be conscious of for the rest of your life. You know, your eyes bugging out and stuff. Hello?
Hello, hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know, your advice on this. Me and my husband have been together for 5 years married, Now, we were separated for 2 years. We just got back together about 6 months ago.
Congratulations.
Thank you. But the problem is this. My husband had drug abuse before we got back together. And now he's 2 years clean. That's why we got back together. Because I figured I could trust him now. Now, we just got our tax papers. And for the first time, we did our tax return together. Now, the problem is this. Okay, the tax guy said that he wasn't going to get any money back if he did it by himself. But if he did it with me, he would get, we would get back about $5,500. $750 more than what I would have gotten if I did it by myself.
Right.
So now he thinks because we did it together, he's supposed to have half of that money.
And I would agree with him.
Yeah, but the whole point is that we only been living back together for 6 months.
Yeah, but you've been married for 5 years.
Yes,
and
but he has taken all my money in the past to spend it on drugs and left me homeless.
Yeah, but supposedly you're back with him because he's cleaned up his act. If you're asking me, is he entitled to half? As long as he's asking, yeah.
Think so?
Yeah, but you
I feel like he owes me big time. You know,
you want to know what? Then it's up to you to explain to him why you're not going to give him half, or you're only going to give him a portion of it. But the concrete answer to does he deserve half? The answer is yes. Now I understand what you're saying about he's stolen from you and stuff like that. Well, then you break that down to him and make him understand why you're only giving him $100. But does he deserve half? Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I don't.
But why don't you take?
I think I should just give him the $750 that I was getting extra.
Do you have kids? Do you have kids?
Yeah, we got a child.
Okay. Why don't you take his half and put it into your child's college fund? Like, do something for the betterment of the family with it, as opposed to actually giving it to him.
See, that's what I would have done anyways. We're trying to save, I guess, for a house. Okay. I'm making more money than him, so I'm saving a lot more.
Okay.
So whether or not
this is what he's entitled to. He's at the very least entitled to an explanation of what you're going to do with half if you're not going to give it to him. Thank you for calling. Hi, it's Advice Hour.
Hey, Wendy?
Yeah.
Okay, I have a really weird situation. Well, it's not really weird, but whatever.
Not for this show. Go ahead.
You ain't kidding. I have a 7-year-old daughter. I am recently divorced. I'm a 31-year-old mom, and I have a 3.5-year-old son. My daughter told me last night that she believes she's gay. She's 7 years old.
Wait a minute now.
I know. I'm like, well, what do you mean by that?
Okay, what time of night was it?
About 8.
And what was she watching on TV?
She wasn't. She was doing her homework.
Okay, where did she get this information? Please don't say a school teacher.
No, not at all. Well, I mean, I'm very, I kind of call myself a fag hag sometimes. Like, I always have, gay friends, lesbian friends, whatever. So she's never been kind of closeted to it all. She knows what homosexuality is. We've seen stuff on TV, and she's asked questions.
This is a lot for a 7-year-old.
Well, she's a huge tomboy. I mean, she won't wear a dress. She doesn't like her hair done all night. I mean, the traits are obviously there.
Are they, Mom?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, they definitely are.
The mannerisms, I mean, even in a dress, is she still...
She's not like,
Because you can tell with the boys. You can tell with the boys, like, I've seen 2-year-olds who I'm like, okay.
A bag of Skittles. I know. Yeah. And she doesn't like playing really with little girls. Like, I don't even think we have a doll in the house that she plays with. She's all into, like, Hot Wheels and PlayStation and, very, very boy toys. We have a son, and she plays with his toys. My in-laws will bring him presents, and she wants the same thing.
All right, so you're married?
Well, I'm divorced.
Okay. But
recently divorced.
So what's your question to me?
My question is, oh gosh, this is what it is. How do I keep her almost like sheltered from what she's going to have to deal with for the rest of her life? You know, if this
Well,
is
it's hard
the
to
way,
keep her shelter if you've got the entire catwalk prancing through your living room, woman.
Well, no,
you sit there watching the L Word with your daughter. I mean, you know, woman, it's part of the sheltering is to start with you. Yet and still, we don't want to keep our kids so sheltered that they grow up to be these naive people who get taken advantage of in life.
Right.
But it sounds like you've exposed her in your own, I guess, naivety towards how it was affecting her. You've exposed her to a lot.
Well, I don't know. Personally, I haven't like, it's not like I've had relationships and I've had friends.
You don't have to have the relationship.
Right.
All you got to do is present the package.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, she's had her questions, and I mean, it's all over the TV. There's, you know, things, and she's asked questions, and I believe very firmly that I don't lie to my daughter. You know, she has a question, she's old enough to ask, she's old enough to be told the truth. You know, within reason. I mean, I'm not going to give her details, but within reason. And,
have you ever thought about going to therapy with her? Because this is over my head.
Yeah,
this is over my head, and it sounds like something that.
Well, I never thought you'd say that, Wendy.
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, this is over my head. It sounds to me like you opened up Pandora's box by exposing her to so much in such a young life. I mean. Yes, gay is everywhere. By the way, why did you and your husband get divorced? Did it have anything to do with the catwalk queens walking through the living room?
No. Okay. As a matter of fact, I had called you before we actually got divorced, and you gave me advice and told me, you know, that would be the best thing to do right now.
Yeah. You know what? I would say with your 7-year-old, talk to her more. Find out where this is all coming from. And
I even asked her, like, you know, is there somebody that you like? And, you know, she was like, yeah, and when I see her, I hide. And
my God.
I mean, it's
too
really,
much.
Yeah. So it's not like, you know, she kind of thinks, I don't know, maybe, you know, she's...
Listen,
like,
there's nothing. Shout out to the Rainbow Coalition. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with being gay or lesbian, but this child might just be talking and not even understand what she's saying.
Okay.
And it sounds like I would take your child to therapy. Maybe do it with her so that you can hear what the therapist is saying to her.
Okay.
This is over my head, and wow.
Yeah, and I mean, the thing is, like, I'm not ashamed of what it is. I have fear for her future. Like, I know at such a young age, God, what is she going to, you know, come home with a 15-year-old girlfriend, and people are going to talk, and, you know, not that it's such a horrible thing, but what she will have to endure in the rest of her life is, you know, it's going to be hard enough. It's hard enough as an adult to deal with it.
Yeah. All right. Well, take care of yourself.
Thanks, Wendy.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Everybody needs to be in therapy, at least an hour a week. There's something going on in everybody's life where, hello? Hi.
Hi, Wendy. How you doing?
Good.
I'm just calling you. We got in touch with a couple of months ago about a situation with me and my husband. So just to bring a little up to date, I'm 33. I have a 9-year-old. I'm legally married to my husband for the last 10 years. We've been together for 17 years. The problem is this. I'm willing to relocate into a better situation, meaning a statewide for my daughter and myself. My husband was with it in the beginning. We bought a house in Florida. We're living in New York. Now it's time to go, and he doesn't want to go.
Oh, boy.
Now the problem is, okay, I make good money. I'm willing to take a pay cut because it's for my daughter.
Right.
And it's a better environment. I cannot do this in New York. We agreed on it. This is why we went to Florida. This is, I mean, the whole scheme of it. Now it's like, oh, the boys,
the boys? What, your sons or his friends?
His friends.
How old is he?
He's 40. And I'm 33. And we have a 9-year-old. Getting ready to be 10 on the 25th of this month.
It sounds to me, and I'm not saying divorce, but in this situation, why would he wait until the house is already purchased? And why do the boys, reign over, better quality of life for his family? I'd go to Florida and bring the 2 kids, and I wouldn't divorce him because he'll snap out of it.
Okay.
And then come down there, and you give him until 4th of July. If he's not down there by 4th of July, living and breathing and working in Florida, then for the 5th of July, he will get his firecracker in the name of a divorce paper.
Okay. I don't know what to do because the other part of me is like, if I divide the family and he does, goes down there and he doesn't like it, then it's the resentment thing. Then it's what you did, and then
okay. Would you consider staying in New York to keep your family together, even though the quality of life is not necessarily the same as Florida, and rent out the Florida house?
Financially, I would, but finances and my daughter, they don't compete. My daughter comes first. They don't compete.
So you wouldn't stay?
No. This is about my daughter. I mean,
okay. So then it's time to go to Florida and be ready for whatever fallout, right down to divorce.
And then that's when the thing with the visitation rights.
Divorce is ugly. You got to think long and hard. Even when you go to Florida, you got to think long and hard about what the fallout's going to be.
Okay, so either way, it's like, damn if I do, damn if I don't.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess I just got to make a strong decision, and my daughter comes first. I love him, but my daughter comes first. I can't.
Remember, quality of life involves having two parents. So it might not be so good in New York, but at least both parents will be there.
Yeah, I was reading the two-parent home, and I saw my parents argue, fight this. No, they're not divorced. But now that I'm 33 and I look at it...
They should have gotten divorced, right?
Okay.
Well, look, I wish you well with your decision.
Thank you.
Take care.
Thank you very much. Okay, bye-bye.
That is true. Better to have one parent who's going to be sane and peaceful than two parents fighting all the time. But we've talked about this on the show. You see them old people celebrating their 80th anniversary in the Jet magazine. All I ever do is look like, girl, you've been through it, ain't you? You know? Shout out to this person who sent me this. She said, Wendy, the dessert line by Jessica Simpson is BS. I paid $20 for some watery lip gloss and it burnt my lips. And shout out to everybody who responded to the Wankster situation that happened last hour. TT in Williamsburg says, Wendy, thank you so much for putting that kibosh on the guest. How dare she toy with the experience? Doesn't she know who we are? Talk about style and what? Niggers, please. See? Exactly, TT. I'm so glad you all were with me on that because I was just like, doesn't she know? She knew what the hell it was when she approached me. P.S. She's sitting back there in the office getting ready to come to the interview and I'm telling you all how we met. You know what I'm saying? She sends the booker back here to tell me, don't act like she wants you to not act like she came to you because Usher will get mad. So twist it around like you came to her. I said, all right. That's why when she first came in the room, I said, okay, I overheard who you were. Please. Pam in Harlem says, Wendy, what was up with that bitch? The so-called Usher stylist. Talk about, I'm stylish. Let's talk style. Bitch, this is the Wendy Williams experience. F style. We want the dirt.
Damn it.
Yeah, thank you. Jermaine is listening in Silver Springs, Maryland. Even he's gotten the memo on how the show is. He says, in reference to your interview with Tameka, the Usher stylist, how dare she try to take control of the interview on your show? I'm so glad you excused her from the studio. You're the queen, and that's your castle. I'm glad you made her get the hell out. Tell her to take her country ass back to Georgia because you don't have time to waste, Wendy. Keep up the good work. And Toy Shamara in Garden City says, Wendy, kick that chicken out. I got this while she was actually in here. Kick that chicken out. Trying to come up in our show. She's taking claim to the show. I love that about you all. Trying to come up in our show and throw shade. Tell that bird to get to stepping. Thank you. And shout out to Princess on Parole who says, lose this chick. Princess faxed this while she was on the radio and I was trying to take stuff out of her. Lose this trick. Number 1, hostile. Number 2, totally uninformative. Number 3, a waste of time. And totally frontin'. Show the chick in the door. And then Princess says, P.S., you can put that where? Back there. Exactly. I love our show. Thank you guys for just so understanding. Because you were in my head while I was deciding, like, no, she needs to go. I don't feel like tugging teeth. You know, people know. Even Irv Gotti knows it is what it is. He said, I'm not coming until I can talk. I appreciate that.
Wendy, man.
I've been with this guy for like 5 years, and I know you say don't cheat. I know, but I can't help it. I want to.
You have intention on getting married?
We're married.
Oh, my God!
The Wendy Williams experience.
All right, friends, it's still Advice Hour here on the show. But please do keep it here because coming up next hour, we're going to continue to gossip about Snoop Dogg, the latest regarding the alleged rape. Also, if you watch Trading Spaces on TLC, I do. So I know who Paige Davis is. And I asked around a lot of my coworkers here at the radio station. They know, too. So there's some scandal going on with her. We'll talk about that. Plus, I want to talk about Demi and Ashton. There's more on the story with Lamont Bentley of Moesha, who passed away a couple of weeks ago. Also, the latest on Corey Feldman relating to this Michael Jackson situation. Ow. Plus, I know that I said this hour I was going to give you 8 things you never do on Valentine's Day, plus how to get a date before Valentine's Day. I'll do those things next hour also because I have quite a few faxes here, and I really just kind of want to get to them. Dear Wendy, I need a little advice. There's this guy that comes to my office, and he has a great personality. He's very charming, very charismatic, and very handsome. I have no interest in having sex with him. But we do flirt constantly. I really don't want him to get the wrong idea. So this is my question to you. Is it wrong to flirt with someone when I know that I'm in a relationship and that he is married with a child? By the way, is it really just flirtation? We don't do any sex talk or anything. Oh, by the way, this is really just flirtation, she says. We don't do. No, flirting keeps you vibrant. It reminds you that you are a sexual human being. I mean, as long as you don't cross that line. But and however, you know when there's smoke and when there's going to be a fire. So if you're asking me, is there anything wrong with flirting? No. As a matter of fact, it's almost good. It's good. It's healthy for your relationship that you're having with your husband or your longtime boyfriend or your longtime girlfriend or your wife or whatever. No, there's nothing wrong with flirting. It's human. And it reminds us that we're attractive to many other people other than the person who we are in a relationship with.
Scary.
Well, you know what? It is scary. And you know what? Really, men can't handle that much flirting, girls, before they're taking it to the other side. So, you know, woman, because you're asking me this question, I sense that you are quite naive and you might not realize what you're doing. No, flirting is only for people who can handle it, both giving and receiving. It doesn't sound like you're one of the people who can handle it. So you're probably just best to keep your hair in the tight bun and stay at your desk. And stop flirting. Because you don't know what you're doing. And I can tell you don't know what you're doing just because you asked me, is it okay to flirt? Anybody in their right mind knows it's okay. But you know, and also, she says constantly flirting. No, you don't constantly flirt with the same person. Dear Wendy, love the show. Need some advice. I'm in my late 20s and I'm dating this guy who's also in his late 20s, and we've been together for about 7 months. I really care about him and I'm sure he cares about me. But the thing is that when we're intimate, he wants me to always give him a professional. Please him, but he hardly ever does a professional for me. I love to pleasure him and I wish that he would do it more often than me. I would say that in a 7-month period, he's only given me a professional 3 or 4 times since we've been together. Now, I know I don't have a hygiene problem. The other day, after we were finished, he told me, damn girl, it was so good you almost put me in a coma. But I want him to do the same for me. I feel like I initiate everything when it comes to sex. By the way, I'm a good-looking 5'2", 125-pound woman. So I'm not bad-looking any way. My question is, how do I get him to know that, talk to him, tell him what you want, and you better start sooner than later, because at 7 months, he can either hit the door or hit you off. But you need to save your fax paper to me and tell him this exact thing. The reason that you're not getting pleased is your fault. And I'll tell you why. Why did you press the moo?
Because of her measurements.
5'2" 125 pounds. Is that fat?
That's kind of big.
That's kind of lovely.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's right in all the right places.
That's not bad.
But listen, back to you. The reason that you're not getting what you want is because you haven't asked or demanded it. So this is your fault that he's only hit you off 3 or 4 times. If I were a man, I wouldn't be hitting off either unless, there was a discussion. I mean, only because, ladies, you know what we got. There's a lot going on. I mean, at least with their thing, you see everything. You could wash it down, and it involves the reflex muscle. I understand that, but what we have, that old cat trap mess, hell, if I could get away.
It's huge.
Please, you're still dwelling on the weight.
225, that's huge.
I just don't understand. And lesbians commit to the cat trap. You commit to this?
You can't even see the cat trap.
Jeez. Shut up. Dear Wendy, my boyfriend and I have been living together for woman. I say all that to say you need to talk with your man about it. This is your fault that the love is not good on your end. That's your fault. Communicate. Dear Wendy, my boyfriend and I have been living together for 2 years. I'm really in love with him, and recently we've discussed marriage. I'm so thrilled at first until he started giving me the rules. Here we go. Now, mind you, they've been living together for 2 years. Now, here are the rules, everybody. He wants me to change my religion because his family would never let him marry someone who isn't a 7-day Adventist. And he wants to move out of New York, which is where we live now. I love him, but I don't want to move or change my religion. I love New York. And for someone my age, I'm doing better than most. I'm still in school, my family, my friends, my job. My life is here. Aside from This is not Sex in the City, and I am not Charlotte. What should I do? I break up with him. This is the crossroads in the relationship. I break up. If you're firm about not wanting to change your religion and not wanting to move, I break up, and you need to break up now. You've been living together for 2 years, getting to know each other, and then you discuss marriage. He's laid down the rules. It's time to break up. Why put your heart through any more torture of staying? I understand you said that you really, really love him, but you'll really, really get over it also, because that's what we're designed to really, really do. Get over it and move on. Like it's said, we don't get anything that we can't handle, from up above. So you can handle this. Time to break up. There's no gray area here. It's either you're going to do it or you're not. So since you're not, you need to leave, Siobhan. Dear Wendy, I have a problem. I'm 26 years old and I'm married with 3 kids. I have a jump off who I'm a month pregnant by. I have not told my husband. I don't believe in abortion. I do not want to break up my family. A simple jump off led to this disaster. My jump off wants me to have the child. What should I do? I know this is a difficult situation. Which is why are you asking me? I asked for snafus. I know what I do.
Uh-oh, me too.
Please, without a thought. Ooh. And you will break up your family. There's no man that's going to let you have a baby by another man and accept it. Sometimes it happens that way with women, but that's only because the baby can live over there with the tramp and you don't have to see the situation. But you're having a baby by a jump off and you expect your husband to go along with it? Are you out of your damn mind? Your jump off wants you to keep it? Since when do jump offs have a say in crap? Oh, I know. You've let your jump off have too many opinions in your life. Well, that's not what a jump off is for. A jump off is for this here and then hit the door.
Put that where? Back there.
Okay.
Wendy, man.
Yesterday, I don't know if you heard Little Flip gave you a nice shout out on 106 Park. He was just shouting you out because you broke Sunshine before everyone was playing, and he said after you played it, the whole country started.
Of course!
The Wendy Williams Experience.
What's up? This is Barack Obama, and you are listening to the Wendy Williams Experience.
Yo, did you catch this flashback?
If you don't focus on your own marriage, bombs are going to be exploding right up in your bedroom. And you ask any married woman, worth her salt, and she'd co-sign. Or ask a married man, Dave.
That's right. I stay out of all my brother's nonsense.
That's what I'm saying.
He married a Spanish girl, and she tried to... I got in the middle of it, and I came down there. She grabbed a big butcher knife.
Stay out of it.
You ain't coming in here, and you ain't got no business. And as soon as she said that, I said, that's it.
You got him. This it right here. Miss a day, miss a whole lot. Coming through your speakers, boy. It's Wendy, man.
Hey, everybody. You know what? Special shout out to Jody and Linda at Wally World. Dave, you want to take a look at that once the mic is closed, and please start the investigation, because the girls are talking about something that I've been well aware that people have been informing me about, and I just, who has time to chase? Dear Wendy, in response to the woman with the 7-year-old lesbian daughter, she's gay, Wendy. I knew I liked girls when I was 7 years old. I am now 32. I've never even been with a man, never had the desire. The child is gay. She doesn't need therapy. Her mother needs therapy to learn how to support, understand, and tolerate her lesbian daughter. Oh.
I'm gay.
Well, you want to know what? That's a lot of gay people say. They knew from the beginning. This person says, Dear Wendy, either you're on drugs today or you're on your high horse. Your behavior with the stylist was humiliating and embarrassing, and any listeners who condone it are miserable, just like you sometimes come off to be. So she says sometimes, so this is a loyal listener. She's entitled to her opinion. I appreciate you writing in. She says, there's nothing more of a turnoff than a bunch of yes people lurking around. Wendy, I am a loyal listener, and we are not going to always agree. Today is one of those days. You need to bring it down, and just a little girlfriend. I'm that friend in your head that is telling you this. Stay blessed. Signed, loyal listener. I appreciate what you're saying, but you don't understand how it was being put on me last night. And in the pre-interview before today's radio program, everything that she was talking about was like, ooh, 2 thumbs up for the experience. So therefore, because she wasn't able to deliver, nor do I have time to pull teeth from anybody who's gonna come up, particularly when it's not the hour of truth, which this happens to be. There's very few times that I would make a concession and have somebody come in, outside of the hour of truth to talk. And, she had to catch a flight, back to Atlanta. She rearranged her flight to come up here. She did the rearranging. She approached me last night at the party, and she approached me with some, the dirt. Yeah. And her girlfriend was co-signing on everything. I literally was taking her number in my phone as I was walking out of the party to get to the Laugh Factory on time. Shout out to Roxanne in Windsor. She says the stylist must have had too much brown juice last night. Woke up this morning and thought about it and said, oh, snap, what did I do? If I spill the beans on Usher, I may never work again. So she changed her tune when she came to see you, Wendy. She might as well have spilled the guts because now nobody's going to want to work with her anyway. She didn't say that she was anyone's current stylist. Usher's gear, blah, blah, blah. That's from Roxanne. Well, just the idea that she was willing to spill the tea is enough for any camp to know, okay, she's a turncoat. But she didn't say anything. She must have changed her mind. Like Roxanne said, maybe it was too much brown juice last night. Jessica Simpson and Johnny Knoxville. I can't even think of who he looks like, but just with a name like Jackass, I can't believe that, if she's going to creep on Nick, it's going to be with a jackass.
Yeah. He's the complete opposite, though. Is the bad boy.
Yeah, but she needs a bad boy with some bad money. I mean, Johnny Knoxville, he's doing his thing. I'm not discounting anybody's career. But the idea for a woman to creep, if you're going to creep, you creep with somebody who your husband's going to be like, damn, he's bigger, stronger, and faster. What the F?
Get more money.
Because a lot of times men, they jump off with, ugly, trampy, and broke. And if it's not ugly, then it's definitely trampy and broke.
Oh yes.
Where the man, your boyfriend or your husband or whatever has to bankroll this broke bitch's lifestyle.
Oh,
you know what I mean? But as a woman, when you creep, part of what you creep for is because if you ever get found out the way you found out about your boyfriend creeping or whatever, like Jessica, Johnny Knoxville, come on. That was supposed to be Brad Pitt or somebody like that. Somebody that Nick is like, damn, handsome, loaded, more successful. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
That's all. Because right now, Nick's looking at this and saying,
look, please.
Exactly. Even Nick used the N-word on that one. 8 things never to do on Valentine's Day. I got this from the web. The web is a wealth of information. The girls go on the web for me every single day. I do appreciate that. Some of the listeners call me out. Wendy, you don't go on no damn web. You're right. Still don't know how. I got my girls, though. A wealth of knowledge. Number 1, don't forget the day. Sounds silly to think that someone would forget Valentine's Day, but rest assured, they do. Men and women alike can get busy and lose track of the day. So mark it, make a note of it, and don't forget the day. Number 2, this is 8 things never to do on Valentine's Day. I'm not going to be here tomorrow, and I'm not going to be Valentine's Day. That's why I'm telling you now about Valentine's Day. Now, see, this is the second thing. They say don't be cheap. Now, you know what? My thing is don't be thoughtless. Cheap is like, for instance, what's really cute to get for somebody? This is not a show for high school kids. This is a grown and sexy show, but I'll put you onto a little something that I think is cute without costing a lot of money. You buy them a card. You get a box of those hearts with those cute little sayings on them. And you glue those hearts where the sayings mean or, apply to your life. You spent 50 cents on Valentine's Day. At 17, you're not supposed to be tricking up all your money on some Valentine's Day. If you've only been with a man for a month, you're not supposed to be, what? Don't be cheap. Cheap is the operative word, honey. I don't know you like that. Oh. That's for grown or not grown. Don't be cheap. They go on to say on the web, Valentine's Day should be the day that you celebrate your love for the other person. It's the thought that counts is fine for Christmas, but it's a Valentine's Day gift that counts. So, in other words, they say save that thought that counts stuff for Christmas. Valentine's Day, you're supposed to turn it up. See, I'm not thinking that. I'm thinking, you know what? There's one day where you get it really where it's the thought that counts and on all that other stuff. And that's your birthday. Your special day.
Yeah.
Screw Valentine's Day. And Christmas and even you all's anniversary. That's not a day about, back and forth, all this damn gift giving. Go out for dinner and have fun. Your birthday? Hey. Don't buy a generic gift. Find a gift that yada, yada, yada. See, that has nothing to do with money. Be creative with your gift giving. So don't get something generic, but it doesn't mean it has to cost a lot. Here's another one. This is the fourth one. Don't forget to make reservations. Valentine's Day is a holiday based around reservations. Exactly. Now, look, I'm not saying I love the Olive Garden, but Valentine's Day is not for the Olive Garden. Can you please, zhuzh it up a bit? A 5-star Italian restaurant if you want Italian. Get real Italian. 5 stars. Reservation, please.
You said real Italian. Right.
Here's another one. Don't mention or spend any time with your ex. Gee, do you have to tell somebody that? Jeez, is it like that, people? Don't forget to cater to their needs. Yeah. See, that's the freebie in the cheapie gift. That's right. Do that the best you can after that 5-star meal at the reservation restaurant.
Yeah, baby.
All right. Yeah. He is so sexy when he says that, too. Well, ludicrous. Don't take them to the same boring place. Exactly. You go to Olive Garden all the time. Kick it up a notch, as Emerald would say. Don't stay home alone and sulk. Why? I mean, stay home alone, fine, but don't sulk. It's one stinking day. Don't feel the pressure. But in case you do, I got another list from the web that the girls got me. How to get a date before Valentine's Day. Now, look, before I go on with this list, can I just say, don't even put yourself through this much pressure. Resolve in your mind you will be hooked up with a person and dating on a regular basis by April 1st. That gives you a whole month from the rest of February into March. You know what I'm saying? Don't resolve that in, what is Valentine's Day? 3-4 days away? In 3 or 4 days, you're going to have a date. Unless you already have somebody eyeballed, in which case, what have you been waiting for? Sashay up and say, hey, me and you. Tea for two.
Valentine.
Okay? Not on Valentine's Day. That's not a good day for a first date because too much pressure, to deliver the goods, if you know what I'm saying. And I think you do. All right, how to get a date before Valentine's Day. It says here, venture into the wild. Oh, see, folk, we can take a break right now, and I'll just talk to everybody else. This is not for folk. Snowboarding, rock climbing, and whitewater kayaking. Women stand out in the world of high testosterone sports. The ratio of men to chicks is in your favor.
Cool.
Okay, folk, come on back. Ask around. This is how to get a date before Valentine's Day. Ask around. Oh, yeah, so everybody knows that you're desperate for a date before Valentine's Day? Not. Look online. Oh, yeah, just what you want. A look onliner for Valentine's Day. Volunteer. I like this one a lot. And the weekend is on the way. Do this. So much disaster going on around the world. There are so many places to volunteer. And you never know what type of person you might meet at a volunteer mission. Whether it's tsunami relief that you're passionate about, or recycling, or assisting the elderly, volunteer. You never know who you might meet. Look, you don't have a date now. Don't sniff your nose at this, except for that venture to the wild mess. All right, listen to this one. They say, new year, new you. Pick something about yourself that you want to change. Figure out how to make it happen through concrete action that involves public contact. Like going to the gym 3 times a week, joining a book club, yada, yada, yada. Look, I'm not going to even finish this. If you don't have a date now, you're not going to have one by Valentine's Day unless you've already picked your mark. I said date. I didn't say sex. Somebody in Philly says, Wendy, do you think it's Jennifer Aniston on the case out in Los Angeles at the beat? Well, she is A-list. But I don't say less than favorable things about Brad. And while I do picture Jennifer Aniston listening, I don't picture her being an active listener. I think it was probably Jada Pinkett Smith. if you're just turning on the show, I was the blind item today. And unbeknownst to me until I got here to the show. And I threw it away already, but said something like, this radio shock jock has a show in Los Angeles, and this A-list actress doesn't like what the shock jock said about her husband. So the A-list actress is trying to get all of her celebrity friends to band together to get the shock jock removed from the station. I know that's me. It's just a matter of who the artist is. Because nobody in LA on the radio says anything shocking. You know, shout out to my brethren out there and whatnot. You know, especially shout out to all my coworkers at the Beat. But I'm talking about, like, you know, everybody's so busy trying to get into movies and you know.
You're kissing ass.
Yeah, man. And who knows? If I was actually, you know, in LA, maybe I'd be the same way. Yeah. Which is why I'd be terrified about actually, you know, being there. I feel as though, you know, keep me here raw in the nitty gritty city where, you know, I don't know. Shout out to Compton and whatnot. I know this is something different. Shout out to everybody in Beverly Hills. Shout out to all the movie stars and people who will listen to the show on the Beat. Get used to it because it is what it is. And KKBT, please don't fold like a cheap suit. Come on, you all. Ride with the experience. All right. Oh, yeah. Okay, so what did that sign say? By the way, congratulations to Fantasia Barrino, everybody. Her CD, it was reported, they say, on Fox News. According to Rosemary Higgins, she listens to the show, and she works at the Brownsville Healthcare Center. Rosemary said that they said on the Fox News that Fantasia's CD, Free Yourself, went platinum. So congratulations, Fantasia. We'll be back with more of the show next.
Wendy, man.
I got slayed so well. Made me do things I don't even do to my husband.
Oh my God! The Wendy Williams Experience.
Hi, it's Wendy Williams. Listen, do you suffer from fatigue and depression? Are you always tired? Do you have difficulty losing weight? Well, you've probably heard me talk many times before about my thyroid disease. Well, you may have thyroid disease too. You may have an underactive thyroid that is causing your health problems even though your blood tests are coming out normal and your doctor is telling you that you're fine. Now you can finally get help. The Center for Progressive Medicine, Manhattan's premier holistic medical office, offers the most sensitive thyroid test called the TRH stimulation test. It's the most accurate test that can uncover your thyroid problem. Call the Center for Progressive Medicine at 866-HEAL-123. That's 866-HEAL-123 and get your life back on track. This one simple test can finally help you feel more alive, more energetic, lose the weight you want, and look better. Call the Center for Progressive Medicine now at 866-HEAL-123. Again, that important number is 866-HEAL-123. The one test that will change your life.
Way down in the jungle deep, the lion stepped on the secret flying monkey's feet. This is Rudy Ray Moore. And right now you are listening to Wendy Williams. Wendy's pimping the game because the music sounds great like this.
This is exclusively on Wendy Williams.
Wendy got the heat. What's up, y'all? This is Faith Evans, and you're listening to my girl, Wendy Williams. She's so crazy.
Wendy Williams! Microphone check, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Wendy Williams Experience.
It's not even like that. It wasn't like to believe.
Yeah, it's the Wendy Williams Experience, everybody. Special shout out to Tanisha in the Bronx and her sister Latifa. Latifa's a little depressed today. Hang in there, Latifa. Shout out to the whole Harlem crew. And Jessica and Monique and Tasha are listening at the Hertz Rent-A-Car in Decatur, Illinois. They listen to us on Hot 105.1. Thank you. Cookie's in BK. And thank you, Cookie. A vacation is definitely needed at this point. Shout out to everybody listening in South Carolina. You know what? First week in the first week in March, I'm going to be down there, and I'll let you guys know more about that. But yeah, I love it down there. On the radio in South Carolina, they listen to us on Hot 103.9 in Columbia, and I will be down there repping at a party. Shout out to Reggae Red in Plainfield, New Jersey, and a special shout out to everybody in Philly listening, especially everybody working hard for the money at Cheltenham Square and also the gallery. So, by the way, Reggae Red, thank you so much for reminding me that Aisha Tyler is doing double duty on two shows that I don't watch, but I'm sure you guys do because they're popular, CSI and 24. You know that. She's to be commended. Just hustling, just working, doing the Heather Locklear, TJ Hooker Dynasty thing, okay? And then Marsha Cross was on The View yesterday from Wisteria Lane, and she co-signed that, no, she's not gay. And also the Desperate Housewives each got a $250,000 bonus apiece, but that's still not good enough for me. No, don't drop a bomb on that. No, they need new contract deals. So they can take that bonus and put that where?
Put that where?
Right
Back
here.
there.
Oh. And she says, Reggae Red says, Wendy, I'm glad that you mentioned your eyeshadow on the red carpet special because I didn't want to say anything. The light eyeshadow made your eyes look puffy. Exactly. I have the frog look. Definitely. As a matter of fact, I'm on fire tomorrow at lunchtime.
12:30.
On the Eastern Seaboard. Yeah, 12:30 tomorrow. Yep. The On Fire show. By the way, you guys, this On Fire red carpet show is the highest rated Wendy Williams extravaganza on VH1. So, and they've all done really well. They progressively have gotten better in terms of, in my opinion, in terms of production value, but not just that, in terms of you all support. So thank you. I appreciate that. Definitely. And by the way, for those of you who are bombarding me with faxes that it's Johnny Knoxville and Lindsay Lohan, no, I understand that. But there was a strong buzz prior to Lindsay of Johnny Knoxville and Jessica Simpson. Now, the Lindsay Lohan thing, well, nothing about her surprises me anymore. Did you hear that her father is suing for a chunk of her fortune? Because the father and mother, the Lohan parents, are getting a divorce. So the father wants to be supported via, the mother is Lindsay's manager. So the manager gets 15% of whatever the client is making, according to their agreement. And so he's suing for his percentage of that. And somewhere in there, I don't find anything wrong with that. I mean, it just seems skeevy because the way the tabloids make it seem like is that, he's suing Lindsay for the fortune. No, he's suing the mother. The mother makes more than he does, apparently, because the mother is Lindsay's manager. I mean, the father's a skeevy character, as skeevy goes, but let's put that over there and just, compartmentalize what he's asking for. I don't think that's unreasonable. I mean, this Nicole Richie's dog, she got a new dog, and the dog's name is Beyonce. She loves Beyonce. She didn't do it for mean things. She loves Beyonce, and so she named her dog Beyonce. And I haven't seen any of the Bongo jeans in stores. Where do they sell those? I'm thinking they sell Bongo at Kohl's. I could have sworn I've seen them next to the Bonjour jeans and the Mud jeans and stuff.
I think it's at Joyce Leslie.
Joyce Leslie and like Bongo is a lesser brand, right? Yeah. What I mean is like more affordable. It's not like,
nice jeans fit real nice.
It's not right next to the Blue Colt jeans.
Absolutely not.
Over at Barney's.
Right.
So apparently when Nicole was shooting the campaign for the Bongo jeans, she was treated like a princess, they say. They really rolled out the red carpet for her. They had all of her favorite foods, including Taco Bell, Krispy Kreme donuts, In-N-Out burgers, and Kentucky Fried Chicken, even though they know that's not how she lost her weight. But, they got all of her favorite food there. And then her boyfriend, DJ AM, who, from what I understand, they're engaged now, he was there on the turntables. So they made it nice for her. That's cute. Let's talk about Snoop and the gang rape. It sounds terrible when you say gang.
Yes.
Excuse me? I said it sounds terrible. Why did your yes sound like something exciting?
I'm sorry. I was thinking about something.
Well, let's do this again. let's talk about Snoop and the charges that are alleged regarding this gang rape.
Sorry.
Hit my Dateline music. Rapper Snoop Dogg and some members of his posse stand accused of a shocking gang rape in a $25 million lawsuit in Los Angeles. P.S. We talked about this earlier in the week, but I just have more to the story now. Makeup artist Kylie Bell, who won an Emmy for her work on HBO's series 6 Feet Under in 2002 for doing makeup, claims that she was sexually assaulted after drinking drugged champagne in Snoop's dressing room while he was hosting the Jimmy Kimmel Show. 2 years ago this happened. Bell, 36, says she kept quiet at the time because relatives warned her that Snoop was a gang member and that he would send someone to kill her if she reported the incident. She must be a white girl. To the police. Bell was recruited to do the 33-year-old's makeup for the show, but became incapacitated after drinking what she thought was just champagne January 31st of 2003, according to the lawsuit. She was not suspicious of the champagne because she had seen many people consume champagne in the dressing room that week. Shortly after that, she began to realize that something was wrong. Bell claims that after she was drugged, she was raped by Snoop and four...
Damn. She loved it.
Come on.
She loved it.
And 4 members of his entourage.
Oh, she loved it.
That's crazy.
She also names Kimmel's Show, ABC, and the network's parent company, the Walt Disney Company, as defendants. The lawsuit says the network is partly to blame because Snoop's dressing room was stocked with large quantities of champagne and weed.
Oh. Damn, that's nigga right.
Bell also claims that she saw Snoop snort coke.
No.
Exactly. She's getting greasy. Snoop D-O double
Jizzle.
Jeezy. Or whatever. The law. Damn.
You know what to believe.
Yeah. Damn. Yeah, baby. Look, we need to. Dave, you're so busy involved with the story, you're not even watching the clock. Aren't we 30 seconds over?
We're about 15 seconds over, but
all right.
It's good. It's a good story. I kind of just sometimes go
That's
over.
okay. We'll pick up where we left off, and we've got lots more show. Unfortunately, we don't have... lots more gossip. Unfortunately, we don't have lots more show, so everybody keep it where you got it and pay close attention. Thanks.
It's Wendy, man.
I drove yesterday to get you, but that truck is fire! Yes, honey, you did it again, honey. You did it again.
The Wendy Williams Experience.
Let's do it. If you've got it. This is ludicrous. Let's Mr. A to the Z exhibit. Disturbing the beat. If you've got it, you got it. You flaunt it.
What's your name?
Wendy Williams.
The Wendy Williams Experience. This is a Wendy Williams exclusive.
Hey, gang, don't tell me you love me. I like it. Y'all love me. They still you know.
Wendy Williams.
I want you to know you're special.
Wendy Williams.
You rotten, rude, ungrateful.
For Wendy Williams Experience. Yeah. Now dig this.
Oh my God. This is every time she comes on, I gag. Blah, 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 blah. Look, just please. It's her part. Oh. Anyway, back to the story. The lawsuit notes that Bell it's the Wendy Williams Experience, in case you couldn't tell, was unable to work after the rape, and by May of 2003 had run out of money. So she went to a women's crisis center, but was told that she had to file a police report to get help. After she notified Kimmel's Show that she was reporting the alleged assault, her lawsuit says that afterwards, she reported to Kimmel's Show, said that she was filing Police report about the assault. The lawsuit goes on to say that ABC then began to pay her expenses to cover up the incident, and that after those payments stopped, Snoop picked up the bill while attorneys for both sides tried to negotiate a settlement with this makeup artist. Snoop's team is calling this nothing but blackmail. Although, why write the checks to begin with? And you know what? Aside from the rape, let's get back to the coke. Oh, isn't she just trying to throw something up in the game? Not my Snoop. Snoop, you didn't do this.
No.
Although this woman does come with credibility. She received an Emmy for her work on 6 Feet Under. For those of you who watch the show, understand this is the official makeup artist who got an Emmy for this. This is not like some chicken head makeup artist. This is a woman, Anyway. Such is life. I'll be following that story for you guys, though. A special shout out to the Brick City. 07103, baby. What's up, Faith? I like Faith's new song. They said I caught a case in the ATL and had a problem. When her CD comes out, because she called me behind the scenes about 2 weeks ago, she said she is definitely coming through for a sit down. So that is my girl. She is like one of my top favorite interviews because she gives up the goods. You know what I mean? She gives of herself. Dear Wendy, I need your advice. My best friend and I have known each other for the longest time. We're like sisters. She began going out with this guy about a year ago. For about a year now. Well, about 3 months ago, all three of us were supposed to go to the club. Well, she got sick and was unable to go, so she told me to go ahead with him and have some fun. Jeez. Well, we both had too much to drink, and unfortunately, we ended up sleeping together, and that's not all. I just found out the results of my pregnancy test. I'm pregnant. I don't know what to do. I don't like him, but I do want to have this baby. What should I tell her? Lie to her? I desperately need your advice. Okay, you have to prepare for life without your best friend. Because I would turn on you like a wild dog. However, you know why? Because men will be men, and this man has only been in her life for a year, so therefore they haven't developed the bond that you all have as best friends. So it's you who should have known better. So I diss you just on that. Even after I've broken up with him, I still wouldn't come back to you. Because you's a hoe in my mind. But you want to know what else? She used some really poor, naive judgment. You know? If me, Kev, and my friend Lisa Carnegie were supposed to go to the club and I got sick, nobody'd be going no place.
There you go. Right.
Bitch, make me a cup of tea and we'll sit here and watch the Whitney Houston primetime special. Kev, you go on and do, you know. You don't be sending your girlfriends around your man like that. And yeah, I understand the whole, you know, you need to trust your man and so on and so forth and yada, 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 whatever. Bring some hen dog up in the picture and it's a whole different script.
Right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Follow that up with a little chief and you can forget about it.
It's on.
So it was the sick girl's fault that this even happened. I don't know what she was thinking by being sick and saying, you all go on and have fun. And that's exactly what you all did. You're second to blame because you should have known better. I don't blame him at all. Because men are stupid. They do stupid things all the time. Speaking of which, Beyonce, keep your eye on Eva the Diva. Because while you were busy watching John Legend on stage, Eva and mad eye contact was being made. Homegirl. And Eva and Free have the same, you know, thing. And you all have the same color marcations. At least he's consistent with his look.
Uh-oh. Wow.
That's all I'm saying.
Wow.
Over there at the John Legend show. You know what I'm saying? B is busy looking at the stage. You know what I'm saying? And these two are standing back here, zhuzhing it up.
Uh-oh.
All right, give me my...
What's wrong?
Nothing.
Okay.
All right, give me the Dateline music. I want to be sure that I don't get anything wrong with this.
Let's go.
Moesha actor Lamont Bentley died in California after a car accident on January 19th. Bentley was traveling alone in California on the 118 near Simi Valley shortly after midnight. See, I'm retelling you this because there's more to the story, which I always thought it was the car went into the water. But listen, shortly after midnight, when he headed off an off-ramp at a high speed, his Mercedes-Benz, because we didn't know what he was driving or anything. Not that that's germane, because the outcome is still the sad, tragic, the same. But just more on the story. His Mercedes ran through a stop sign, tore up a chain-link fence, across the street and rolled down an embankment where he was ejected and thrown into freeway traffic. And this is like...
I can picture that. Oh, my gosh.
No, but listen. There's more to the story. And
you mean ejected from the sunroof or the window?
Just stop asking questions.
Okay. Sorry.
Just take this. He's over there playing with silly putty and making shapes. Stop, please. You're a jerk.
I'm sorry.
Was it a convertible
Always
car?
Something phallic. No, I'm not talking about Lamont Bentley right now. I'm distracted by what Art is doing. They say, everybody... Forget it. This story is
No, you can't.
It's too sad. I'm not going through it.
Oh, God.
No, turn off the Dateline music.
Everybody's mad now. I'm upset.
Everybody leave the room. Interns, everybody leave the room. Leave the room. I don't want to be distracted. Art, Dave, leave.
Me?
Just for a moment, leave.
Oh, that's that BS. All right.
Just go to the other room and listen. Dave, about 3 more minutes into the break, then you can come back in, okay. All of you all, but just leave.
All right, let me put something up for you.
No, it's not.
You want it blank just like it is?
Make no kind of sense.
Just, please, because I don't want any extra side things. This is tragically sad. The way, I had no idea about this part, and I don't need to be distracted. My tissues. It's just us. Just like it used to be when I first started to be a DJ and had none of these people around me. Just me in a little room pressing my own buttons. I kind of like it like this. It's just us. According to BlackPressUSA.com, Lamont was hit by as many as 5 cars before the authorities reached him. Damn, Art through the door. Anyway, isn't that the most tragic? I mean, just the most tragic. It's only natural that he would want to leave all of his money to me. Okay, so this is about, all right, it goes on to say, Lamont never drew up a will. I guess, he's young. He's thinking he has all of his life. He continued to accumulate revenue as a result of the Viacom syndication deal. This matter was complicated last Monday with both Bentley's mother and LaJoyce Underwood and Bentley's girlfriend and mother of his 2 daughters, LaDonna Fredericks. They all arrived at the law firm demanding sole proprietorship of Bentley's estate. So he had a whole lot going on. LaJoyce Underwood, who I just said, you all can come back in. LaJoyce Underwood, who, all right, the matter was complicated when both, wow, you really turned it up loud out there, you guys. The matter was complicated last Monday when both Bentley's mother, LaJoyce Underwood, and Bentley's girlfriend and mother of his 2 daughters, LaDonna Fredericks. So there's 3 women, and they all arrived at the law firm to battle it out over his assets. His mother, LaJoyce Underwood, told the Milwaukee Courier newspaper, and shout out to everybody who listens to us in Milwaukee. We're on the air there on WMCS 1290, the People's Choice. Community first, I mean. That's the slogan. Anyway, his mother goes on to say, all of our lives, it was just Lamont and me. He took care of me once he made it in Hollywood because he knows all the sacrifices made for him. It's only natural that he would want to leave me all of his money. I will not forget my granddaughters, Artasia and Brazil, Bentley's children he had with LaDonna Fredericks. They will be taken care of. LaDonna Fredericks, who lives in South Carolina. Okay, LaDonna, so that means you got us on? All right. Well, she listens to us then on Hot 103.9. Damn, the experience is like a hooker. Gets around.
Yeah.
LaDonna Fredericks, the baby's mother, lives in South Carolina with she and Lamont's 2 daughters and 2 other children from another relationship. And she says, this isn't about money. This is about Lamont's love for our daughters. I asked him for everything. I never asked him for anything. All I want was for him to take care of Artasia and Brazil, and they are entitled to what is theirs. Lois, Lamont's mother, never liked me because Lamont and I never got married, but that's on her. If she loves her granddaughters, then she would let them have what's theirs. So you can see this is not going to go away anytime soon. This is going to, go on and on and on. The girlfriend has no kids with him, but she apparently feels as though she's entitled to something too. Somebody needs to tell her to get a damn job and beat it. Since when do girlfriends just step up like it? They don't have any kids together. There's 3 women battling. The mother of his 2 daughters, his mother, and a girlfriend. Well, we was living together for the last 3 years. Well, so what then? That means he was paying the mortgage and you should have saved your little chicken head scratch and go out and now get yourself a first, last, and security apartment and work like everybody else. Somebody tell Nate Dogg I said hello, and I mean that in the best way. He just turns it out on Game CD.
Yes, he does.
He turns it out on anything he's on. I just love him. Hi, Nate. I just love him. He's been a guest on the show a couple of times. Always a good guest. In a what's cracking kind of way. Damn, much more to get to. Much more. I didn't tell you about Paige Davis from Trading Spaces. We didn't talk about Corey Feldman dropping it on Michael Jackson. And now they've pulled his card. And oh, God. And Demi and Ashton. Look, we've got to chat. Let's fan out right now. Oh, we have a moment? What I have, there's nothing on my plate that I can say in just a moment, except for Bushwick Bill made a great guest yesterday, and so did Vanessa Williams.
Yeah. Did they say whether they're going to cremate, Lamont Bentley or not, or have a regular funeral?
No, they didn't say. Shout out to everybody in Philly. Don't forget, my dad is doing a big book signing at the Borders on Saturday from 1 to 4 p.m. My dad's name is Thomas D. Williams, and his book is called Talansky. A wonderful book about a man and his tumultuous life, including his love for sharks and at sea. And he grew up in Philly. So Philly, my father is coming, bringing his character Talansky home to you from 1 to 4 p.m. on Saturday, South Broad Street at Borders, South Broad. Meet the author, father of the Big Mouth. Get a book. I thank you in advance. Borders, South Broad Street, 1 to 4 p.m. Philly, Saturday. Whoa. The Fonz. Whoa. Hey. Keep it here, you guys. Thank you.
Wendy, man.
I'm 46 years old. I haven't had any in 3 years. My wife cut me off 3 years ago because of her serious mental deficiencies, and I've still been a faithful husband.
The Wendy Williams Experience.
107.5 WBLS. Today's R&B and classic soul in the Wendy Williams Experience. Start your day the right way with Paul Mooney and Ellen Cleghorn and them. It's PM in the AM, everybody. It's our morning show here, followed by a Demu and then the Experience, which begins at 2 p.m. promptly every weekday. WBLS, well, we've got this Valentine's love affair going on, and we would love for you to be a part. It's going to be on Sunday, February 13th, the day before the Big V-Day. And it's happening at the Beacon Theater featuring Keith Sweat, Atlantic Star, and Melissa Morgan. And it's all hosted by Vaughn Harper and PM, Paul Mooney. So if you would like to go, tickets are on sale now at the Beacon Theater box office, or you can call Ticketmaster locations at 212-307-7171, or you can simply listen to win. But quite frankly, this is such a grown and sexy show. I'm not picturing the crowd that would go to this show to be the caller and winners. You know what I mean? You got your credit cards and, your little extra cha-ching at the end of the week. Just go out and buy some tickets. You know what I mean? That way you're in there. You know what's going on. Sunday is right around the corner. This show, this is going to be a good one, too, at the Beacon with Keith Sweat, Atlantic Star, and Melissa Morgan. Plus, you get a chance to check out Vaughn Harper hosting and Paul Mooney. So, like I said, tickets are at the Beacon Theater box office or Ticketmaster, or if you've got the time, sure, you can listen to win. It's brought to you by Smirnoff Vodka. Pick your pleasure. Please drink responsibly. Also brought to you by Thai Associates, the tax preparation service that ties it all together for you. And of course, it's brought to you by your station. Yes, with today's R&B and classic soul and the Wendy Williams Experience. We're 107.5 WBLS. And thank you so much, everybody, in advance for supporting our Valentine's Day show. The weekend is coming. And tonight there's bowling at the Soul Bowl on Route 22.
Yes, it is. Union, New Jersey.
Yep. Tomorrow night, place to be is the Cherry Lounge uptown. I don't know what's going on for Saturday night. But Sunday night is our Valentine happening. Oh, you know what is also going on tomorrow night? Vanessa Williams at Carnegie Hall. Yes. And she was a great guest yesterday on the show. And WBLS is presenting this one also. It's the Vanessa Williams Everlasting Love.
There's a lot going on tomorrow night.
Yeah. Are we presenting this or are we just we're giving tickets away?
Yes.
There's a difference. Oh, we're giving tickets away. Yeah. Not right now. No, it's not time to call and win.
I'm going to give away last pair yesterday.
Oh, we did?
Yes.
I'm going to give you the telephone number for you to call and, get tickets because I got to tell you something. Your money is going to be given to the tsunami disaster survivors. So that's tomorrow night with Vanessa over at Carnegie Hall. And you can call this number. 212-247-7800. Tickets are $35 to $120 for the Friday night show. This is one night only, or you can really peel and pay $200, and that's called the Gold Circle ticket, where you will be doing a meet and greet with Vanessa Williams. Lovely woman. Trust me when I tell you, her meet and greet will make you feel like, you're all friends in head. So she's got a wonderful way about her. 212-247-7800. And, Artie, I understand you're taking your mother to this show?
Yes, I am.
That's very nice.
Before I go to this.
Before you go to the lesbian party at the city.
Oh, boy. Yeah, baby.
That's also going on. Now, will your mother be accompanying you at the lesbian party?
No, I'm going to drop her off at the crib.
Are you sure? She listens to the show in Philly. You know what?
I don't want her to see me in that atmosphere. Oh. It's not about the atmosphere. It's about seeing me in that atmosphere. I don't want her to see her son the way I'm going to act at a party.
He makes sense.
Hetero or lesbian or gay. You just don't like it.
I wows out and I don't know what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
So she can stay home with Wilson.
With my dog that now lives at Art's house.
Right.
Right. So she's going to stay in the house with Wilson, and then you're going to go to the city for the lesbian party downtown.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Lover Girl NYC and Exclusive Entertainment. Thank you.
Whatever. Anyway, back to the Vanessa Williams concert. I just want to be sure that you guys have the number correctly because this is big on Friday night, my girl. 212-247-7800 to see Vanessa. Back when she was in Playboy, we called her Vanessa the Undresser.
Excuse me, Penthouse.
Penthouse. Excuse me, I'm sorry I got my smut crossed. Remember when it first came out, everybody? Vanessa the Undresser. Now we hardly remember that, do we?
No, I remember. That's like pictures.
I was going to say, or do we remember it real clear when we see the cover of a new CD?
I got the book in plastic.
So it doesn't get tarnished.
There you go.
Why don't you bring it in for her to autograph it?
I didn't want to bring her back to that. I thought about it, but I want to bring her back to that.
You want to know what? I bet you she's open enough. I bet you she would.
I'll get her next time she'll come up.
You know what? Just ask her.
Yeah.
Vanessa, just think about that. Would you autograph a Penthouse if Art brought it in? Only Art's, not everybody who mails it in and stuff.
Yeah. I have it in plastic. It's a collector's item.
Yeah, it damn sure is.
Yeah.
You'll never see her in that position again.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, well. I don't get a how you doing vibe from Vanessa Williams at all.
That was money.
That was something about some money and some stank cat trap that she's just, luxuriating in just for the purpose of that photo shoot. I don't get that how you doing vibe from her at all. And believe me, because of the pictures and everything, and because of what Hollywood's all about, while I'm talking to her, I'm looking, trying to, spark is nothing. That woman loves the Johnson. Period. All right, let's move on before I say one word too many. Jay, I didn't say that Art would approach her at the concert. Art, you weren't even thinking of approaching her at the concert with some damn Penthouse. I was talking about the next time she comes up here. And behind the scenes, certainly not on the air, Jay's like, oh, that would be quite distasteful to ask Vanessa at a tsunami. Come on. All right, so the American news show Celebrity Justice. Turn the music down just a little bit. And as a matter of fact, change it to the Dateline.
Okay, here we go.
Down. News show uncovers Corey Feldman's 1993 Jackson interview. American news show Celebrity Justice has uncovered a 1993 interview of actor Corey Feldman that he gave to cops about his friendship with Michael Jackson. Feldman agreed to reveal all about his relationship with Michael in an interview with Martin Bashir for 2020. 2 days before that aired, Celebrity Justice reporters have tracked down a police interview he gave over a decade ago. Now, mind you, Corey talks with Bashir on Friday, as in tomorrow. But here's what he said 10 years ago. Sources for 2020 claim Feldman suggests that he had a sickening realization that his friendship with the King of Pop wasn't as harmless as he first thought in his interview that'll air tomorrow. But in 1993, the former child star, then 22, only wanted to defend his friend Michael, who at that time faced child molestation charges. In 1993, police interviewed Feldman, and this is what he said. Nothing ever happened with me and Michael. Believe me, if there was something that I'd been hiding for all these years, then I would want nothing more than to bring it out right now to make sure that Michael got help that he needs. Nothing happened. He never did anything out of line. I mean, the closest he ever came to touching me was, what do you want me to say? Slapping me on my leg once to talk about how much weight I lost. The Stand By Me star also reveals that he and Jackson once checked into a hotel room together, but the pop star insisted on sleeping on a cot while Feldman, then a teenager, took the bed. The most revealing part of the interview with the cops comes as Feldman reveals he once took a jacuzzi with Michael Jackson, but he insisted, we talked, nothing happened. When the investigator asked, what were you guys wearing? Bathing suits? Feldman replied, yeah. He had an extra pair of trunks that he threw me, and he was wearing his bathing suit. And then he goes on to say, I myself was molested, so I know what it's like to go through those feelings. But he doesn't suggest that it was Michael Jackson who did it. So with that in mind, I would love to hear what he says tomorrow night. Unfortunately, I won't be able to see it because I'll be, on the other side of the earth for vacation. But hopefully you guys will watch it. In the meantime, regarding that woman from TLC's show Trading Spaces. Now, I know Paige. I watch that show, Trading Spaces. The woman in question that I'm speaking of is Paige Davis. I don't know her, but I know her. She's my TV friend, on Saturdays and Sundays. And I told you that she was fired, but I just rode past it. She's been fired, then on to the next story. That was last week, I told you. Well, now there's more to the story. Apparently, she was fired permanently amid false rumors of homemade sex tape and speculation that her TV bosses were unhappy over a raunchy striptease that she performed at an AIDS benefit. Now, this is our Saturday afternoon Paige, the girl next door. She's 35, and she's she was dismissed after working there for 3 years at Trading Spaces. The network says it's spring cleaning, and she had to go. As a hostess on the show, she introduced the homeowners and the designers to the viewers and then swapped keys and whatnot and so on and so forth. But last July, she appeared at an AIDS fundraiser in New York City and shocked the audience when she flashed her thong-clad booty. Then she became embroiled in a sex tape scandal. The question is, was that her naked in the shower in the steamy homemade video? Fans who claim to have seen the video said that the 1997 video features her singing I Feel Pretty, while her boyfriend, held the camera. Well, anyway, she's been fired. Actually, they should have kept her and released the tape. It would make people watch the show more. I got to tell you something. So there's the buzz that Demi Moore is pushing Ashton Kutcher now to propose. This relationship is so
crazy.
It won't be here for, what's first, Labor or Memorial?
It's Memorial.
All right. Well, it won't be here by Labor Day.
Stop.
You know, they might be pushing it to make it for Memorial Day. He's getting closer to turning 30, and she's wondering, you know, is he going to commit? Demi knows that these are the best years of her life. And if Ashton is going to leave her for someone younger, she probably won't. Excuse me. She probably wants it to be sooner rather than later. But other people are saying they're inseparable. And then more people are saying that there's a strain. He wants kids. Demi, I'm just saying, are you gonna have kids with him? You're 42. You've already had your kids. Bounce back and surgicalize nicely, and you know you're on with your life. Do you really want to open up that whole thing again? Boy, the National Enquirer is on it. They have an article. It says open marriage was key to happiness for Ossie Davis. And I'm not going to go into it. We talked about it earlier in the week. But it's like a full, you know what I'm saying? A full-page article.
That seems to be the thing, though.
Yeah, well, it does. But Ruby, they say, never capitalized on it. They say that Ozzy and Ruby had one of the most enduring marriages in Hollywood with a unique twist. The loving couple experimented with an open marriage during their 56-year union, and ironically, the experience ended up bringing them closer. They say, in fact, Ozzy, you know, who recently passed away, was so in love with Ruby that he made plans to be with her forever. In the afterlife, Ruby and Ozzy once thought that an open marriage would be the pathway to romance with other people, but it wasn't. It actually ended up making them a more loving and devoted couple. By giving each other permission to look for satisfaction elsewhere, they came to believe in what they really had. Like, they were Jada and Will before Jada and Will were Jada and Will.
That works.
It works for some people.
Mm-hmm. Everyone's trying that. It's good.
That's what took them.
Come on. All right. I love you guys for listening today. Thank you so much. Enjoy the Best Of shows, and we'll speak again live on Wednesday. Bye-bye.
Party people. See you later.
I'm saying bye-bye.
Good night. Program complete.
But we'll be speaking even sooner in exactly 9 minutes. The bonus hour is here on the Wendy Williams Experience at 107.5 WBLS. Keep it here.
With the BLS Morning Show.
Mr. Johnny Witherspoon.
Thank you. All right. Yeah, boy.
It's Johnny.
I can do that now.
I know.
Johnny's gone.
Holly Berry just admitted.
What did she do now?
She just admitted that Hollywood is racist.
She got a lot of
they're
nerve.
prejudiced.
Catwoman.
Then turn into black woman.
Michael Jackson's father said is racism.
Well, everybody said that Hollywood is racist.
But he said racism.
Racism.
Did you see the interview he did with the mama?
Yeah, he was stumbling.
He didn't, yeah, it's all racism. They get their face all cut up. He leaned up and told his wife, how many times that boy had his face done? She said, about 4, 5, 6, 7 times. I don't want to mention it. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing about it. Where's racism?
Wake up with the BLS Morning Show.
107.5 WBLS.
Today's R&B and classic soul.
Today, I want us to put our lives on pause. Let's skip the needle back and remember one of our founding fathers of hip-hop. DJ Grandmaster Flash, producer, remixer, pioneer. Today, let's remember when Giovanni wasn't a set of 24-inch rims, but a world-renowned poet, Nicky Giovanni. Activist, pioneer. Today, let's reflect back when it was cool to sing about love and war, like Marvin Gaye did. Vocalist, pioneer. Today, let's recognize the man who carried his team to a record 11 championship rings, the first ever black head coach in the NBA and professional sports. My man Bill Russell, retired jersey number 6, Pioneer.
Budweiser and Bud Light encourage everyone to honor the achievements of our 2005 Black History Pioneers. Pick up your complimentary Black History Month Pioneers poster, available now at retailers everywhere. Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri. Drink responsibly.
The greatest old school concert of all time is back. Right on time for Valentine's weekend. Now, a second show has been added February 11th in the Beacon Theater for the Stylistics. We're taking you back with all the classic love songs and all the harmony. The smooth harmony of the Manhattans. Coming to the Beacon Theater for a second show February 11th. Also coming to the Newark Symphony Hall February 13th. Plus, the Delphonics. And the Shylights. The Shylights. And Carl Carlton coming to the Beacon Theater in New York and to the Newark Symphony Hall on February 13th. In New York, get tickets at the Beacon Theater or charge by phone at Ticketmaster. In Newark, get them at Valley Fair, the Symphony Hall box office, or charge by phone 212-307-7171.
Yeah.
I mean, WBLS New York. We have gone over. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the bonus hour. What's up, Newark? On Saturday, you can check out the WBLS Shore Shots at the Newark Boys and Girls Club over on Avon Avenue. They're playing the Easy Pass Violators. The tip-off time on Saturdays at 7:30. And I'm going to give you 7:30 p.m. And I'm going to give you our Shore Shot basketball team hotline, because if your church or school or your business would like to challenge our Shore Shots and raise money for a good cause, come on. 212-592-0556. Great. Shout out to Jessica Ciccone, and thank you so much for sending this picture of Beyonce paying attention to John Legend while Jay-Z's leaning in on Eva the Diva from America's Next Top Model. It could be misconstrued. Then again, it could be construed. Dear Wendy, Snoop was on Larry King Live last week talking about the allegations. He basically said that he wrote the checks to the makeup artist following ill advice from his lawyer, who has since been fired. The lawyer told him to just make it go away so it doesn't get out of hand. It is only coming out now because he turned around and filed a lawsuit for extortion. In other words, Snoop filed a lawsuit for extortion from this makeup artist, saying that he and his people gang raped her. He said that he is speaking out because it is wrong, and it happens to so many entertainers. But the funny part was when Larry King started to discuss the whole getting drunk and being drugged part, and he asked Snoop if he was drunk, and he said, "I don't get down with alcohol like that." Then they went to a break and played Drop It Like It's Hot. I got to roll in my arms. I got a roll in my arms and then pouring Sean Don. Oh, yeah, they did that part of Drop It Like It's Hot, this setup. Forget all that. But how about the Coke?
Oh, stop it.
Yeah. I don't believe that. Hello.
Hello, Wendy.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing great. That, the A-list thing?
Yeah.
Did they say personality or did they say actress?
Damn. You know what? I'm not sure, but somebody corrected me, and they said that Jada Pinkett is not A-list. And I say she is. Well, but you know what? You don't equate Will making her all of a sudden A-list?
Well, I mean, she's on her way, but A-list is when you are a star yourself.
Yeah.
Top billing.
Yeah, and then then the same person who said Jada is not A-list, this is not Jada and Will, they also said that it's probably a white person in Hollywood.
It could be, but you know who I'm thinking of?
Who?
It's Star.
Star Jones?
Yeah.
No, because she's in New York more, so therefore she'd be protesting BLS, not the beat in Los Angeles. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But love your show, Wendy.
Thank you for calling. Bye-bye. I'll explain in a moment what he was talking about. Hello?
Hello, Wendy.
Hi.
I am sick with the flu, and you have made my last couple of days just so fabulous.
Well, I'm glad. Thank you. Sorry to hear about your sick.
Oh, that's all right, girl. I was sick and enjoying it, and I was luxuriating our time together, and I must have dozed off or something because I'm very upset that you're going on vacation.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you talk it like it's hot and get all the tan lines out, and I believe what you say. If I get sick, my BITCH ain't going nowhere with no other hoe. We all stay at home. And after you go home,
that's right.
I'm going to luxuriate in my tea with my boo there, man.
Exactly.
And I'm also upset at you because I live in Philly now, and we got you until 6 o'clock, and I am upset that New York.
Then do you?
Okay.
I was going to say, then do you go online for the bonus hour?
Yes, I do.
Good.
Yes, I do.
Good.
I love you, Wendy. Take care. Much success, Artie. Stay good.
Bye.
Bye.
Hi. Hello.
Hi, Wendy.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing well.
I don't know. I called you. I spoke to your sister-in-law. I told her to give you my number. You remember that?
No.
She said that she was going to tell you. She was going to tell you to call me.
They know better. She didn't give it to me.
Oh, I've been trying to call her. The time that I did get through, Artie hung up on me. I got so much stuff I wanted to tell you. But me and my friend, we listen to you every day faithfully.
Okay.
We call from East Orange.
But this would be like me actually taking the number from Renita, that's my sister-in-law, and calling you. So why don't we talk now?
But this is what I wanted to tell you. I'm 18.
Oh boy.
If this gonna be on the radio, you know, they better get their buttons ready.
Okay.
I have 2 kids.
Okay.
And I had to jump off, the jump off. And I've been catching feelings from my jump off.
You've been doing what?
I've been starting to catch feelings from my jump off.
Okay.
But he's a hoe. Well, I don't know. You think I should, let my feelings,
No, what I think you should do, and take this in the best way, what I think you should do is leave the men alone and get yourself together. You are 18 with 2 kids. You already have a lot going on in your life. You don't need to be catching feelings for nobody except for the books, a job or career, and taking care of your kids for now. How old is your oldest child?
She about to turn 2.
Yeah. And how old's your youngest?
4 months.
And the baby's by the 4-month-old. Who's that father? The jump off?
No, they both got the same father, but me and him no longer together.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be tough for you at 18 with 2 kids. Concentrate on yourself and the kids. There'll be plenty of time for men.
Okay.
Okay. Bye.
Wendy.
Uh-huh.
I wanted to know if my friend could say something, too. She wanted to ask you something.
All right, put her on.
Okay.
I'm sorry,
Hello,
you all.
Wendy?
Hello? Hi.
Hi, Wendy.
How are you?
I'm fine.
I was just telling your friend that she needs to leave the men alone and take care of her 2 kids at 18.
I was telling her that too, Wendy.
Okay, good. Good girl.
But, Wendy, I needed to know something. I've been messing with this, man for 5 years on and off.
Uh-huh.
I've been through 3 abortions with this man.
Oh, boy. Birds of a feather.
He left me for a white girl the first time.
Doesn't matter what.
Time I was pregnant.
Okay. Oh, boy.
And the second time, he used to say, well, they ain't his, but he wanted me to have them, but I still got an abortion. Now, I wanted to know, because we're not talking right now, but what do you think I should do? Because, I had a jump off on the side that I was messing with, but I passed them off to my friend. Now I'm alone. So what do you think I should do? You think I should just work things out with the dude I've been with for 5 years, or just leave him alone and let him go on about his business because he ain't going to never care about me?
I mean, really. Young lady, leave the men alone and start building a relationship with yourself. You will serve as your strongest ally as you burgeon into womanhood. These young girls, where do they get this? That you always have to be in these relationships and all this nuttiness going on. Where are their mothers and the guidance, or their aunties, or their cool, successful cousins? I mean, somebody to look at and aspire to be. You know, somebody tangible, like somebody who shows up at Christmas or Thanksgiving or, you know, somebody on the block or something like that. Girls. Oh, and regarding the girl who said that if she was sick, then nobody'd be going anywhere. Well, she was calling because during Advice Hour, I got this letter from a girl who is, all right, she and her best friend and the best friend's boyfriend. Let me spit my gum out. With no music in the background, you can hear all this, can't you?
Yes, I'll put some more for you.
I'm sorry. What was that for?
So they want to hear you take your gum out your mouth.
Please. You all have heard me do practically everything except for pass gas. And even then, you don't hear it, but I usually file a report. I dragged it into the room. Does anybody smell anything? Anyway, the girlfriend became sick. The girlfriend became sick. So she said to her best friend, well, you know, you and the boyfriend, you know, you and my boyfriend, you all go on to the club and have fun. It was supposed to be the three of us. I don't want to rain on you all's parade. Go ahead. So they get to the club and start brown juicing it up, drinking the hen dog and whatnot. Next thing you know, they're having sex. Oh. And now she's 1 month pregnant with her best girlfriend's boyfriend's baby. She said she's not getting an abortion. No, she doesn't have feelings for the boyfriend, but she wants to have the baby. So she's asking me, what should she do? I said, well, you've made your own choice. You're going to have the baby. Just get used to having one less girlfriend in your life. Because even after the girlfriend is broken up with the boyfriend, she's not going to turn to you for any kind of best friend. You were supposed to know better than the boyfriend. That's only been her boyfriend of a year. You've been her best friend for, you know, presumably a lot longer than that. She's wrong first for forgetting the code that every woman needs to be kind of having swimming around in the back of their mind, which is, you know, be comfortable with your man and stuff like that, but don't put him in front of temptation. You know, men are stupid. I'm sorry, you all, but women, I'm convinced, even though you just heard those two young girls on the phone, okay, there's exceptions to every rule. But we are the superior sex. And the sick girl shouldn't have had nobody going no place. She should have told her best friend, okay, well, look, I got the whole first season of Sex and the City on DVD. Let's watch that. I got some popcorn, you know, and we can make some hot toddies. And let the boyfriend go to the club or whatever. You don't send your... My friend Regina, who's been my friend, you know, since junior high. If the three of us were going to go out and I got sick, Regina, you stay here. And I wouldn't be like that, like, you know. But it's just like you don't want to put people in front of temptation. I wouldn't even think of that. And I wouldn't even be thinking because Regina would bone my husband. It's just more like, if I'm not there, it's not a party. And then the girlfriend was dead wrong because why would she even accept? All right, I'm going. I blame the sick one first because she should have known better. Just because. The well one second because she should have known better just because. And then are stupid, so I don't put any blame on him. That's not the husband, so therefore there's nothing to lose. That's not a husband. That's not a baby's father. That's just some dude she's been running up. You know, he's been running up in her for a year. You know what I mean? Like, there's no ties. Now, if that was a husband, then he'd be blamed first. Oh. And about the guy that was calling, talking about Will and Jada and all like that, well, there's a blind item that I read earlier, and it just so happens that it was about me. It was easy to figure out. But this person right here is faxed in relating to it. So she says, Wendy, okay. Now that the visitors are gone, is that what you all think everybody else who listens for 4 hours? You all are the work. I think the same way, though. It's kind of weird. Like this bonus hour, it's like so intimate. It's
exclusive.
Oh, gosh. This is the VIP section. Mm-hmm. Now that the visitors are gone, we can talk greasy about Jada and Will. Who knew all this time? Yada, yada, yada. Now, Jada's allegedly jumping to suppress the experience from reporting the scandality of what's going on in L.A. She better recognize that the experience is now washed up on the West Coast. And we are at equal opportunity gossipnistas. Jada, you're in the hood now, baby. Oh. P.S. Tell Will to call me.
Oh.
Yeah, there was this blind item. And it said, What A-list actress is trying to get a syndicated radio shock jock removed from a Los Angeles radio station? It went on to say that the shock jock said some less than favorable things about her husband, and she's now rallying all of her celebrity friends to petition the radio station to get the shock jock removed. Well, there's nothing shocking going on the radio in L.A. except for Howard Stern. L.A. radio, if you've ever been out there, it's something else. And that's fine. Those people out there, they make their money with movies and things like that. They don't, radio on the East Coast is something else. It's not just this show. I mean, you all have your favorites, but I grew up on radio. Like, radio's a big deal. I was so surprised, in visiting and learning more about LA, how radio it's not the thing out there. So something, compelling and, like to listen to and stuff. Everybody's trying to get an acting job. The Ryan Seacrest. Mario Dam Lopez is a jock out in LA now. Mario Lopez. Big Boy. He's trying to act. Steve Harvey. Nobody's really yapping it up all greasy like you guys apparently want to hear it.
Just a check.
It's just a paycheck to lead them to an acting job.
Not stepping on nobody's toes.
Yeah, no, hell no. No toe stepping out in California. Peace, love, and soul. We want an acting job, Here in New York and Atlanta and... Well, Miami radio is a little iffy. But, Philly, we gets down. I didn't invent it. It's what I grew up on. Jock's been getting down in New York for ages. So now the experience is on a very popular radio station in Los Angeles. We just started in January on KKBT, the number 2 radio market in the country. So it's a real badge of honor for me because, New York is number 1 and that's number 2. I think Philly's like number 5. So, you know what I mean? So I'm on there and apparently they don't understand. They in the hood now, baby. Protesting and whatnot. And I'm just hoping my Los Angeles radio station will stay the course. Well. As opposed to, cowering. I mean, if they do, what am I going to do? I'm not going to change the show. I want to be on every place, but not at the risk of sacrificing, I am who I am. It is what it is. And whatever. Did you hear about that couple out in Minnesota who restrained their daughter in a dog kennel?
That's a white family.
Well, do you want to hear about that or what was found in the Snapple? Did you all read that? Well, honey, first let me tell you what I found in my Snapple. Back in 1993, I was doing a photo shoot. I'm a spokesperson for a hip-hop line called Machineware, Macwear. And we were on a photo shoot, and I opened up a Snapple. It was kiwi strawberry.
I love those.
And I'm drinking it, and I get near the bottom, just ready to take my last gulp. The bottom was...
Here we go.
No.
True story, it happened to me, so therefore I'm going to tell it like it was. The bottom was a great big hawking loogie.
Oh.
The consistency, you know what? The compounds in the actual Snapple didn't even break it down, so it was like the egg white. When you crack, it's like thin but stringy. Right. No, it was still packed and stringy, like thick and dry. A hawking freaking loogie. Big. It was a big one.
What did you do?
The show had to go on. I'm on my grind. I maintained my professionalism and kept going. Did I sue Snapple, you mean? Did I bring it to the press and all like that? No. I talked about it on the radio. Hopefully it turned some people off. But that's it. Who has time to sue back and forth? I mean, unless I'm dying from something, you know what I'm saying? And there are exceptions to every rule, but I'm not suit happy. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? I don't have time to be going back and forth. Shout out to the law firm Hunt, Hamlin, and Ridley. I'm sure they would defend to the hilt and we'd win. And I would truly be Wendy of Snapple. But no, I just, chalked it up to experience, and that is not my drink of choice. It hasn't been since that time. And I told the story on the radio a few times. And I'm bringing it back up because this woman here in the newspaper, let me see, Snapple slogan, the best stuff on earth. But a New Jersey woman and a Queens pizza owner say it doesn't apply to what they found in some of their bottles. The woman's name is Jennifer. This is a little bit fuzzy the way it was printed out, but it was in the Daily News on Sunday. Did you see this? No, I don't read the paper on Sunday either. Yeah, I'm busy. She found a dead mouse at the bottom of her strawberry kiwi Snapple.
Oh my
now, say,
God.
Don't blame it on the flavor. Just take it for what it is.
Oh my God.
She said it tasted a little sour.
I guess so.
Like it was bad. She said, but she drank about half of it. She must be a fat woman.
Oh, yeah.
Because you know what? I thought I sensed something in my bottle, but I kept drinking. All hungry and, you know what I'm saying? And I'm putting the fat off on me, too. I didn't call her fat, to call me not fat, particularly back then. You know what I mean? And I just kept drinking. And when I got to the bottom of it, there I was left with the loogie. So I blamed it on myself because my fat ass, I should not have had this Snapple, but I was thirsty. I should have drank water. But who wants to drink water? It has no flavor back then. Now I, drink lots of water. I'm a woman at a certain age. I understand, health is the most precious gift that God can give you, not, nothing else. So she said it tasted a little sour, but she drank it anyway. She's 28 years old, and she lives in Toms River, New Jersey, and she gulped it down. And then the pizza owner, what did he say he found at the bottom? Now, she says, now everywhere I go, I think I see mice. It's a traumatic and terrible experience. I know what she's saying. Because ever since then, I'm always checking to see what's been open. Ever since then, that one experience just, because maybe the seal was already broken. Maybe somebody at the photo shoot did it. Maybe I opened a Snapple where the seal was already broken and somebody sabotaged it right there at the photo shoot. Or maybe it came from the Snapple plant like that. I don't know. All I know is that I'm always checking the seals now. What?
Something like that happened to me.
With what?
With, I was partying back when I was partying.
Getting high.
Okay.
It's the bonus hour, and we talk real.
I was getting zested.
Sniffing coke.
Oh!
Oh, it sounds so nasty to say it like that, but it is what it is.
And I opened up a light bottle of beer.
Uh-huh.
And I was drinking from the beer, and I swigged some down, and there was a roach in it.
Oh! Say.
Yeah.
Yeah, say.
I'm serious.
I can't see what the other guy found in his, but nothing trumps a mouse, not even a loogie and not even a roach. By the way, it was diet kiwi strawberry. Not that it matters. Oh, here's the man right here. Okay, she found the dead mouse. Oh, here's where he found it. Broken glass in his Snapple.
Oh, this is crazy.
Well, what broken glass could do? That'll kill you.
Yeah.
That'll kill you quick. That's the number one ingredient that I always mention when I'm scared somebody puts something in my food. I always say broken glass. Yeah, mess up my pipes so I can't talk. And then I internally bleed and die.
McDonald's in the Bronx.
And I'm out of work.
Yeah. Well, that's why when the food gets delivered here,
The interns got to test it out first?
No, nuh-uh.
No, just joking.
Just take it and put it in the kitchen. Give it to everybody else.
Also get
Oh, boy. So let's get to this Minnesota couple, and then we have to go into a break. We'll come back, and we're going to round everything up. There's a lot going on. By the way, how ghetto is it to spell your name if it's Jeffrey? Geophree. Geophree. And no, it's not a brother. I happen to be looking at the singles online to see how they describe themselves and stuff. One of the interns, opened up my computer for me and, she walked away. She was in the middle of something. And so I sat down. I said, what's all the doing here? And she was getting me some information about dating. And I see this boy. He looked like a surfer dude. Geophree. How you doing?
Oh, no.
Dateline, St. Paul, Minnesota. Today, February 10th. I don't need it. No. Okay. It's the bonus hour. Oh. A Minnesota couple has been charged with disciplining the woman's 11-year-old daughter by locking her in a chain-link dog kennel for days at a time. Authorities say the girl would only be allowed to attend school and do chores. Eric Barr and Deborah Lee Cameron are each charged with 2 counts of unreasonable restraint of a child. They were released on bail last night in order to avoid any contact with the girl, who is now 13 and in protective custody. Could your parents get away with that with you at 13? I beat my parents. What? What kind of docile 13-year-old is this? And what kind of mother is it? Because, you don't expect much of the boyfriend. They said it's the mother's. At the time, she was 11, though. So, okay. Even at 11, though, wouldn't you be hollering? Although in Minnesota, all the houses are probably spaced far apart, so nobody could hear for miles.
Yeah, not like a row house.
Yeah. And Carl Malone was probably, out on a game, so, because he's like the only one who lives there. He was out of town, so he didn't hear. The girl told the cops about the alleged punishment when they responded to reports of screaming from the house in January. The police complaint said the confinements happened for 3 days in August of 2003 and for 7 days in October of that year when she was 11. The man, Eric Baer, allegedly told police he found the kennel an acceptable living arrangement for the child. No doubt while the dog lived in the house and slept in her bed. And you know what? It's the mother's fault. It's the mother's fault. So now this girl is an orphan.
And emotionally scarred.
But at least I still got my man, says her mother, I'm sure. Gosh, you guys, we need to go into a break. I'll take phone calls, though. 866-GET-WENDY. It's 866-GET-WENDY. And don't forget, Vaughn comes up at 7 o'clock with the Quiet Storm. Vaughn is hosting the Valentine special celebration along with Paul Mooney on Sunday at the Beacon Theater. You can go online to beacontheater.com. BLS is presenting a fabulous show with Keith Sweat, Melissa Morgan, and Atlantic Star. And Vaughn is going to be the master of ceremonies along with Paul Mooney. So either listen to Vaughn for your chance to win. It's brought to you by Burger King, where you can have it your way, where the Whopper Jr. is on LA Weight Loss. Can you believe that? It's like my favorite fast food sandwich. And when I heard it was on LA Weight Loss, I was like, this is the plan for me. I'd be junioring it up. Once in a while. Anyway, February 13th, this is going to be a great show at the Beacon Theater. So tickets are on sale now at the Beacon Theater box office, or you can call Ticketmaster, or you can listen to win. I'm sure Vaughn has some tickets after 7 o'clock when he comes in with the Quiet Storm. And we'll take a break, and we'll be back with more of the Wendy Williams Experience. The phone lines are open. I'm coming at you next.
Wake up with the BLS Morning Show.
Charlie Murphy.
Charlie Murphy
Hey, what's up, yo? How you doing, New York?
Yeah.
All right?
Started Dave Chappelle show, stage screen, cinema.
When I first met Paul Mooney, he was on the set of Brewster's Millions, our Richard Pryor movie. My brother went down to see Richard. Richard had a bodyguard named Rashawn, right? And I heard all about this guy. He's a martial artist. He could levitate. Incredible. He disappeared. They made the guy sound incredible, you know what I'm saying? So when I walked into Richard's bus, it was Richard and this guy with a real mean face, and he had how the Muslims are very serious. He had the whole Muslim thing going on, but he didn't have the bow tie on. He had the clean shave, the real white teeth, and he never said hello or anything. He didn't. I said, this must be the cat that that everybody's talking about. And then I come to find out that this is a comedian.
Eddie told you.
He's a comedian. That's the meanest looking comedian I know. He makes people laugh, but then when I went and seen the show, I understood. Paul wasn't giving up nothing.
And we do it again tomorrow morning. Join Paul Mooney, Ellen Claiborne, Ann Tripp, and yours truly, Mark Jordan, for the BLS Morning Show. A 107.5 WBLS.
Today's R&B and classic soul.
The Controversial Punani poets are coming live on stage starring in Roulette, an exotic cabaret. Valentine's Day for one night only. Roulette is sexy and hilarious rhythm and blues cabaret of urban tales, human desires, and consequences. With special guest R&B artist Dwayne Wiggins from Tony, plus BET's Bad Girl of Comedy, Cheryl Underwood. It's at the Tribeca Performing Arts Center. Roulette is a mind-altering cabaret of erotic tales. You've seen them nationally on HBO, BET, and Playboy Television. Now experience them live. Join the Punani Poets in Roulette. Valentine's Day, Monday, February 14th at the Tribeca Performing Arts Center for one night only. Critics from New York, the Dirty South, and up and down the West Coast are raving about Roulette. Valentine's Day, Monday, February 14th. For tickets, call the box office at 212-220-1460. That's 220-1460. Or go online to PunaniPoets.com. Tickets are on sale now. Yeah. You know where I'm going after the show? Out to get something to eat first. And then I'm going over to the ISO Life. They're having their fashion show tonight. You know, that's the Shearling. It's still Fashion Week. And they're having their fashion show at the Coral Room. And BET Styles will be there filming. So if you all are going over there, then I'll see you there at the Coral Room here in Manhattan. Gigi says, Wendy, I don't understand how you eat so much fatty food and maintain weight without exercising. You always mention different things that you like to eat, and they sound so delicious, but I'm sure they're loaded with sugars and fats and carbs. I'm on maintenance, and I've learned how to, you can still treat yourself without going overboard. I've just learned how to say when. That's all. Listen to Carson in Montclair. Hey, neighbor. Carson says, Wendy, I had a bad experience with Snapple back in 1993. I opened a plain iced tea, and under the cap was floating a clump of roaches. So you're not alone. I'm happy to hear that others are aware of Snapple. I have not tasted a drink or drank Snapple since then, and I never will. Exactly. Hello.
Hi, is this Wendy?
Yes, how are you?
I'm okay. I'm calling because I had called a few weeks ago. I was the woman who called and said that I prefer anal sex with my husband.
Mm-hmm.
And someone heard me on the radio and told my husband. And within a couple of days, he was really angry with me, and he basically ripped me a new asshole.
Is that possible?
And
I mean,
I had to get two stitches.
Wait, he literally ripped you a new one?
Yes.
And you had to get 2 stitches?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Are you telling me this in a tragic kind of way? Because I don't know how to react right now. I mean, I could go either way. Tell me how to act.
Well, I was upset and furious at first, but, I can understand why he was angry. And
because you let the world know your sexual preferences?
Basically. And he was just upset that, his friend heard me and knew that I preferred him in my behind.
And so now his friends are all looking at you like, you will never be looked at the same way. Well, thank you for the update. I'm sorry to hear about your booty.
Thank you.
All right, take care. Bye-bye. Yeah, that was during Advice Hour. I love the updates. Hello?
Hello. Hi, Wendy.
Hi.
Hi, my name is Ethan Zahn. I'm a white guy listening to you from Park Slope.
Nice to have you here, Ethan.
Hi there. Hey, I was wondering, would you consider this an insult if I said that if there were more black people like you, there would be no racism? Is that insulting?
No, well, I don't consider it insulting. However, because I think I know what you're speaking about, but I get called a racist at least 3 times a week. Somebody says that I'm a racist, and I could never figure that out. I'm glad that you could at least see through that. We're just having fun here on the show, and it's just real talk.
Yeah, I mean, it's just nice that, you don't take things so seriously, but at the same time you encourage assimilation, which is good. But you seem to tell the black community to retain their blackness without having to, wear it everywhere they go. That's what I mean.
Is that what I tell him?
Well, you just come across...
Well, you know what? It might be an example, like if somebody asks me about the office, workplace, and I say, okay, save all the hip shaking for when you get with your friends.
Exactly. That's what I mean.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and but sometimes I find with my black friends, they consider that being a sellout.
Well, I'm probably going to get a lot of calls regarding this telephone call in our conversation, but it's the end of the show, unfortunately.
Okay. Well, I won't keep you. Have a great vacation.
Thank you,
and
Ethan.
I hope you're taking a real vacation. It seems like every time you take time off, you're going to do some other type of work.
This is a real vacation.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Take care.
Take care, Ethan. Bye-bye. A real vacation with the grandparents in town to take care of little Scooty and a real vacation on the other side of the earth. No self-service, no nothing. I love that. Hello?
What's up, beautiful?
Hi, how are you, sexy?
I'm great. How are you feeling? I'm loving you, Wendy. You're doing an excellent job, but I need some advice.
Okay.
Wendy, I'm in a how you doing relationship. It's going good, but I got this coworker at work. She's fine. I don't know what overcame me. She always in my face, always talking mad, like, you cute, what have you. She don't know the tea. And I'm like trying to push her off, like, I'm good, I'm tight, mama, but she's not getting a hint. And I kind of want to dip, but I don't know if I'm ready to dab. What should I do, Wendy?
Don't string her along.
I don't want to string. I just want to jump off with her. Is that wrong?
Yeah, I thought you said you were in a relationship. Do you care about your boyfriend?
I've only been with him for 6 months. He don't even want me to go to that thing tomorrow with the cruise. I'm like, we've only been together 6 months. We can't get married. Wendy's already married. How you doing? What's good? How you doing? I want to tell him so bad. You can put that where?
Back there. But you want to know what? Here's the thing. Male or female, gay or straight, it's a coworker, and that gets nasty and seedy. So you know what? I would say that if you have a
supervisor too, though, Wendy.
Yep. Leave it alone.
Okay. And how do I tactfully tell her no without jeopardizing my job and more importantly my manhood? I don't want to,
Is she your boss?
Yeah, she my boss.
Oh, snap.
She all in my face like she just
Okay. What you need to do is leave the street talk in the street and the street slangs and go into her office professionally speaking, and the next time she hits on you, well, don't go into her office, but the next time she hits on you, professionally say to her, I'm very flattered. However, I am in a committed relationship. Don't crack a smile. Don't use street talk. No street vernacular. And I think that she should get it from that. Don't smile.
Okay.
And don't use street vernacular. If you talk to her straight talk with no slang involved and no smile, she'll get it.
Okay, beautiful, beautiful. You have a safe and wonderful vacation. I hurry back. I love the books. The books are excellent. Keep doing what you do.
Thank you.
All right?
Take care. Bye-bye. Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, how are you, Wendy?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm all right. I have a celebrity sighting. I've been trying to get in contact with you.
I'll take it.
It was actually February the 4th, Lowe's Multiplex Theater, 34th Street.
Mm-hmm.
I saw Little Miss Eva there with two guys who look very how you doing, and Missy Elliott.
Wow.
And
Eva the diva from America's Next Top Model?
Yes, ma'am. And I was kind of shocked because I saw Missy first. I'm like, oh, hey, Missy, whatever. She snubbed me, all right. Her short ass. But we were going up the escalator, and then afterwards, I was like, who's that? Who's that girl with her? She's really pretty. And when I saw her, I was like, oh, hey, Eva. So she looked at me like, God, how did I recognize her? So she put her hoodie on, and she attempted to hide. She was hiding her, her face, whatever. She was, like, tying the string around her face so no one can see her. So I said to her, so are you guys on a double date? Because I know you couldn't possibly be with these two guys that you're with. So she was like, no, dear, it's not that kind of party. I said, well, obviously it is because you're with Missy. And Missy started walking away and acting like she didn't hear the commotion, whatever. So she was like, no, sweetie, it's not that kind of party. I said, oh, so you're just out on an outing?
Well, she could just be friends with her, although I know what you're saying. But that could have been just friends, although the hoodie and the drawstring around the face and whatnot.
But I was like, I said to her, I got a little ghetto. I was like, you know what? There's no need to hide. I said, don't worry about it. I'm not going to call Wendy on Monday, even though I was trying to call you anyway to let you know what happened.
Damn. Well, thank you.
After that, she got like real nervous. They was hiding in the back of the movie theater or whatever. And that was that. But I just wanted to let you know.
Well, thank you very much for that call.
You're welcome.
All right. But back to Ethan. Don't get it twisted. Because I'm black, I'm strong, and I'm proud. And at the end of the day, there's no hiding that. Ian faxed in and said, F. Whitey. He is an infiltrator. He wants docile blacks. Tell him to enjoy his whiteness, Whitey. Ian, you shouldn't talk like that. Your wife, she's pregnant. I mean, you want all good spirits around you, when you're pregnant. I mean, I am what I am. I really can't change it. Shout out to everybody in L.A. All of a sudden, they're jumping up. Anita's listening. She says, Wendy, you're right about L.A. radio. That's why I'm listening to you right now online. Yeah, because nobody gets the bonus hour but New York City. Another one. This one's from Kat and Pat. They work at the Prostate Cancer Foundation out there in L.A. They said, we love you in Cali. We listen via the internet right. Made me scream or made my toes curl. She can barely keep up with me at this point. What's a man supposed to do? Get a pretty girl like J-Lo or Halle Berry? Well, I am jumping off with a broke but super fine black girl. And she knows my wife, and I'm loving it to the bank. The best part of all is she's broke and she never asked me for a dime.